I literally.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dinner with the Boys number 92. With your fucking boys, myself, Asa, Bloody Biscuits, my Dax, and my boy Shib. And,
The fuck are these pictures?
These pictures are fucking. Why am I fighting the crabs to death?
Because that's your favorite world.
I hate that world.
It's your favorite
Dog shit world.
Why am I face that awkward, dude? I hate it.
Of course you had to get fucking face half awkward, dude. It's you.
I don't like her, dude. Your smile creeps me out.
she's imagining you turning around, dude. She's so happy to see you.
Good evening.
Well, we put it that way.
Hi, Shiv. Welcome home. Did you have a hard day at work?
Oops, I tripped and my shoe fell off.
Oh no. Oh no. Stepbrother, what are you doing?
A dude in a white t-shirt just comes out. Aqua's like, no, stepbrother. Don't look.
Don't look. Oh no.
I don't like this Kingdom Hearts. I don't like this plot.
Yep, that's right, ladies and folks. This is Dinner with the Boys, number 92. Here at twitch.tv/Dinner with the Boys. Vash, well, Michael Goldfish isn't here today. He said, I'm out this week feeling kind of crappy. So he's going to try to get himself some sleep. Hey, feel better there, Michael Goldfish. Vash is MIA as per usual, but, you know, that's all right. I don't know. He might show up later. I don't know. One way or another, we are all here to hang out, share a meal. BB, you got food, man. Like real food. Like we heard you. We heard her cooking it earlier. Like, what you got, brother?
Brenner.
Oh shit, Brenner, baby. Yeah, but it just ain't Brenner. It's not like you just got like eggs and toast, bro. You got some special shit.
Got some little mini waffles.
Hell yeah.
I got some bacon. I got some sausage.
That sounds good as hell. That sounds good.
I heard of mini pancakes. I never mini waffle.
Yeah, a little mini waffle maker.
I can't wait for this pandemic to be over. I'm going over there. I'm just making checks for making me mini waffles. I don't think I've ever had that.
Yeah, I've definitely never had mini waffle.
Hell yeah!
Y'all never gotten like a box of the mini Eggos or anything like that?
No.
Damn.
I had falafels.
Falafels, very different.
Whenever I got Eggos, whenever I got Eggos
waffle.
Whenever I got Eggos, it was very rare that we got like the mini one.
Falafels. French toast waffle falafel.
No, falafel is a dip. That's weird.
Yeah, no, like I've never had a falafel either. Every time, like, one, we rarely got Eggos in the house, and two, we mainly had like toaster strudels and shit for like the frozen shit.
I only ever had the Boston cream toaster strudel. I've never tried any other flavor.
Really?
Yeah, I had Pop-Tarts all the time. I hardly ever had toaster strudels.
We have Pop-Tarts, but we usually always had like toaster strudels because my dad liked them. Oh. What about you, Dax?
Bro, I had some I had some tamales with some chili, dude.
Oh shit.
Pretty good.
What's a tamale?
Good. Good question.
Is it tortilla, beans, and cheese?
I mean, I always mix shit up in terms of how it's prepared when the ingredients are always so similar. So I would honestly have to look it up.
Bro,
I like
because the main thing ends up being wrapped in like the corn husk when it's cooked.
Corn husk.
It's steamed in a corn. Yeah. It's like masa. It's made of masa, which is like a type of dough, just like a dough. And you fill it with your cheeses and chilies and all that shit.
What
and
the
then
fuck is a corn husk?
It's the husk of corn. Like
What?
the husk.
Thing-
The green husk.
Goddamn woolly mammoth.
Not a tusk. A husk. H-U-S.
What is a husk?
Oh my gosh. The husk of the green shit on the corn. The green part.
Oh, okay.
It's like the green part.
The shell. The corn.
Hey, y'all
shell.
eat your corn with the shell or nah?
I don't eat corn at all, so I don't know what the fuck y'all are talking about. Why am I scrolling through the food channel and just seeing words and not food? Y'all are fucking on some shit, dude.
They be talking about
Oh,
food
man.
sometimes, bro. Look, man, let them have some discussion.
I gotta see what the fuck Pedro's eating, dude.
What's going on? Oh, what the fuck are you
There it
eating,
is.
buddy?
There it is. He's back on his bullshit.
Oh, a bunch
He's
of
got a
children
pork
with hot
loin,
pockets.
wings, and a piece of pizza on his goddamn
He's
plate.
just got the stoner plate, dude. He's got it right.
Wait, what? What? Bro!
Just-
Yeah, you got pork loins, ribs, and just the chicken and a whole ass slice of pizza from Costco. Okay, but we got to talk about Hake's food.
it's just
I don't. What 5-star restaurant did this motherfucker eat at
Hockey
today?
is the fancy shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, he ate crackers, apple slices, and cheese. What do you want from him?
What?
He's just snacking now here. today.
He's snacking, bro.
He's snacking.
Delta eats curry a lot.
Very good.
I've never had it.
Curry's good.
Kitty's always got some good food too.
True. What is this? Fresh buns and chicken veggie soup.
Bro, I miss when I would go to a GDQ and Kitty would just come up to me and be like, "Here's a fucking half loaf of banana bread," and I'm just gonna
I
eat
know.
this.
All right.
I'm just gonna be, and I would just be sitting in the corner just with the whole bread and a plastic fork, just going at it for a few days at a time.
The next GDQ she goes to, and we're both going to, I'm gonna make my dad make his famous fucking banana bread just so she can try some.
Oh shit, dude! Then she can make her own, and then I can have two.
No,
I'll have two banana
it's
breads.
daily.
Oh my god!
And
I'm
then
gonna
you
be
can taste that, dude.
I have so many banana breads. Oh
Yeah.
man.
That was delicious.
I had a twice baked potato and filet mignon.
Twice baked potato.
Filet mignon.
Yeah, that was,
Fuck
potato was
twice-
mad good.
Okay. Oh,
You
well,
what do? You like bake the potato and then you cut it and then put like the cheese and shit in it and then bake it again.
oh, okay. Hell yeah. That sounds good.
I think. I don't know. I just made that up.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what I'm eating. I woke up 45 minutes ago.
Mm.
So what I'm eating is a fucking enigma. I have no clue. I'm waiting for the call. Food's ready at this one. So we'll see. I'm about to ban Delta for his smart assery.
I think Delta's trying to dip his big toe into the fucker pool a little bit. You better calm him down.
I guess so.
So yeah, thin ice, buddy.
There's Pedro. Look at old fucking Pedro. Piece of fucking pizza on his plate, dude.
This guy's over here doing nukem, even though his dumbass has a slice of pizza with like some pork loins on it. Like what the fuck?
Oh, today for lunch, I got lazy and didn't want to make a salad. So I was just going to eat whatever was in the fridge. Bro, there was some pizza in there. I was like, oh shit, pizza. Fucking cheeseburger pizza, dude.
Oh, one of those.
It was disgusting, dude.
Yeah, I
it
never-
had
Oh, yeah,
fucking
that's
ketchup
not good.
instead of sauce.
Yeah, that shit
Oh,
ain't
they're
good.
going that hard on it.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
fucking...
I figured it would just be, we're just gonna here's some fucking hamburger meat and other shit on the
No.
top, whatever. Oh,
It had like American cheese, ketchup instead of sauce, pickles, fucking mustard and mayo.
It's
I was like,
actually-
this is more shit.
actually gonna fucking hurl.
Yeah, it was.
listen
It
to that.
was nice. I
I
took a
hate
bite of that, and I was like, "What the fuck did I just bite
Oh,
into?"
God.
I'll get. So I pulled my ass a bowl of cereal.
Like you don't have to wake up one day and say, I'm gonna turn a pizza into a burger. You can just let them be themselves.
like
I think it was from Domino's. I think
Like,
they're the ones responsible for this shit.
there's like a difference between like a decent like quote unquote cheeseburger pizza, right? It's like a normal pizza with like some beef on it, right? Sure, but why mayo, bro? Like, what's going on?
I don't know. I mean, there's like, I just don't know what it was. I don't know if it was mayo or because people don't usually put mayo on burgers. I don't think, but there's fucking something on there that looked like mayo, so I didn't know. I just assumed it was. All I tasted was ketchup when I bit into it, and I was like, all right, that's enough of that.
That makes sense.
Because I don't even like ketchup.
No, the reason why I don't really have any food or anything like that is because I got 2 hours of sleep. I've been trying to fix my sleep schedule, so I was staying up, and then 2:45 hit, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go give myself a 2-hour power nap. And the alarm went off, and I was like, it's dinner with the boys time. So here I am. So I have no clue. I was gonna go. So what the plan was to stay up, go to Jimmy John's, get a bunch of like Italian midnight clubs, because we're going underneath lockdown again here. So when am I gonna ever get Jimmy John's again, dude? I don't fucking know. I don't know. So fuck it.
I don't know how the fuck our state is not locked down, and we got like the most fucking cases in the goddamn world, and they're going up every day.
Yeah, the Rona is going rampant out here, bro. Ugh.
Bro, don't get your parents laughing at me for not knowing what Cornhusk is when your mom wants stoner food for her birthday.
Pizza for everything, baby. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think eventually, we had to get locked down again here. Like, the whole country has to get locked down again. The shit's literally getting worse than it was before, but.
Yep, it really needs to. One way or another, everything's going to be closed down again. My mom's about to get the word that she's probably going to be home for another 4 months. So, hey, that's cool, I guess. I'd hang out with my mom for a while. My dad has to work every day, though. Fucking rain, sleet, or snow, U.S. Postal Service. They'll do whatever they want. But, hey, fuck it. I'm chilling.
Wait, they have a taco. Bro, why didn't we not get the taco pizza from Domino's? I would have actually eaten that.
I don't know.
Yeah, lockdown's coming. Get your. Well, isn't Jimmy John's going to be up? Like, doesn't all the food shit stay open in lockdown anyway?
To a degree, right? They do, but like this is what happened to like a Starbucks out here. Like they got somebody from like another town up here, and they had the Rona, and then they shut down 4 businesses around the Starbucks and the Starbucks.
Jeez.
So like, and the reason why we're going into lockdown again is because the cases have gone up so much out here. Like, it started to climb. So like, oh no, buddy, fucking lock that shit down.
Our shit's been going up for months, and Florida's just like, damn, that's crazy. Make sure to keep going out and buying stuff.
Please do.
We don't want that economy to fuck up.
No, God, not the economy. Anything but but yeah. I fuck if I know. I'll eat when food's ready. That's my jam. Anyways, what the fuck y'all been up to this week, man? Bloody biscuits. What's going on, dude?
I got gaslit yesterday. That was fun.
What is that? Sorry, I've never understood what is the phrase gaslight.
You essentially just kind of get blown the fuck out for like one small thing that you say. People just kind of dogpile on you. I don't know. It's kind of like one way of looking at it.
What'd you say so I can jump on you?
I said that Kingdom Hearts has pretty much abandoned any semblance of storytelling.
Yeah.
All right, he's spitting.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I would rather just kind of laugh at the story to enjoy it.
Oh, that's the best part. That's the only way to consume that shit. And they were gaslighting you for that?
Oh, get tricked into believing that you're wrong. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's like one way of going about it. Yeah. So, man, people were not happy about that comment.
Huh.
It got quote retweeted fucking everywhere. People fucking subtweeting me all day just for that small thing.
But I don't know.
But the Kingdom
Hearts fucking, I mean, people are allowed to enjoy and not enjoy whatever they want to. I don't know why Kingdom Hearts fans seem to think their opinions matter so goddamn much. Like, everyone has to enjoy the game the same way I do. They can't say the story's dumb.
The champions of respecting other people's opinions came out in droves. Yeah, it was like, I don't know. People got very, very, very upset that I would say that sort of thing, and it was like hot off the heels of Melody of Memory coming out and shit. And I mean, I watched the ending. I'm not going to spoil anything, but it's
we're not talking spoilers.
Wait. Have we all played it?
I played it.
Dax played it, but he didn't beat the story.
I don't care.
Yeah, well,
I've been skipping all.
What do you mean you don't care about the Kingdom Hearts?
I've been skipping all the scenes because they're all flashbacks.
But the new stuff is only at the end of the game.
And I've seen it, so who cares?
Yeah, I know. I watched it before the game came out, so
it's like 2 scenes. It's like nothing.
Yeah, it's really not that much.
Okay, so let's spoiler warning. Hey, for the next like 5-10 minutes, we're gonna be talking about Melody of Memory. If you don't want to be spoiled for 30 minutes worth of cutscenes, mute it or something. I don't fucking know. All right. Boy, oh boy, who gives a shit?
Well, man,
I don't even.
It's really straightforward. It's really straightforward, and it's not like I don't mind the direction that they're going in. Yeah, it's really not that big of a deal. Like, all it is more of the same basic bitch storytelling that we've gotten over the years. And that's kind of the thing that I was talking about.
That entire thing?
The plot didn't like move at all. It's like,
no.
Like we already knew that
they literally just
Riku
set up
was gonna be out. Like wherever Sora ended up, we knew Riku was gonna be there because of the secret ending of 3. And now they're just like they just showed, I guess, how he got to that point.
Yeah, and my big thing is, right, there was one interesting thing about, well, I guess 2 if you consider that. 1, literally Kairi goes, I want to be trained under Master Aqua. I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting.
Girl power.
Exactly. I was like, that's
no, cool. Wait a minute. That means Aqua's going to become useless too. They're just both going to disappear forever.
Owned.
We'll spend another 7 games trying to pull them out.
Some shit. And then Riku's gonna go do some shit, and Sora's somewhere.
And Yazora's gonna be there, dude. He's gonna be like,
Yazora's there. They're in the Quadratum.
Yeah.
Square City.
Square City, baby.
I hope it's called. I fucking hope it's called Square City. Oh my
god! I did not get that.
Square City Quadratum.
Wait, so this is literally going to be a mashup of Square titles, is it not?
Well, I mean,
we got like we're gonna have the World Ends with You 2, or World Ends with You and fucking Versus 13, and they're gonna shove other shit in there, dude.
So I don't know, maybe.
Oh my! I mean, hey, that sounds way cooler than Kingdom Hearts 3 already, dude. So sign me up for that shit.
Yeah, I mean, literally, like, dude. When I was playing Melody of Memory, I had a feeling what this was gonna be. Because, you know, they got to go play as your favorite fucking trio or whatever the fuck. I was like, my first thought process is, okay, we're going to play the songs of all the fucking worlds that we used to traverse to, like, you know, battle and fucking, and they're just going to retell the story again. Oh, boy.
I mean,
they literally recapped the entire series.
When they announced the game.
Was I right?
When they announced the game, I was like, okay, this is probably the one genre I could see them doing a Cage spinoff where like they wouldn't put a story. And so when I saw the little like Kairi cutscene where she's just in the sky, whatever the fuck, I was like, oh, okay, it'll be flashbacks, and then you'll have like a couple scenes at the end, and that'll be it. And that's all, and that's all it was. That's all I expected.
But we literally just spent the past like 5 years getting caught up on the story because they're like, bro, KH3's coming out. Y'all gotta get caught up on the story, bro.
It's less about a catch up and more of just how do we make a mode in which you collect all the songs. Okay, well, we'll just start you from the first game and you go. So let's have that. We'll just put a few little recaps just to have something. I don't feel like it was so much of a catch up, especially when KH3 had all of the entire like mode for all of its logs and thing. I think it just came down to we have a mode.
These cutscenes literally go through every game and they just like give you a rundown of the story though.
They're so brief, like in
they're super brief at least, but like I don't know, like I don't know, dude. Fucking.
Again, it's just
no Ray of Hope remix in the rhythm game, dude. No Face My Fears.
Okay, to be fair, I mean I feel the same way. I had like a couple of gripes with the song choices, but I also was kind of surprised equally by certain song choices. Like I fully did not expect Fate of the Unknown to ever resurface ever in Kingdom Hearts, and they were just like, yeah, we're gonna throw it in the rhythm game. I was like, oh, cool. You guys are cool. Yeah, Fate of the Unknown is in there. It's the one that plays in the 2FM secret ending.
Okay. Dude, a couple of the fucking recoded songs are in there, and they're fucking banging.
They picked they picked my two favorite ones on that album.
They like some of the fucking maps are so good, and then some of them are just such dog shit. But like the fun ones are really fun to play.
It's
like it's when I got to Monstro, I was like, okay, Monstro music, whatever. It's kind of whack, but those maps are so good. I was like, holy shit, this is actually so fun.
What's really interesting that happens, and this will happen with a lot of different rhythm games, and I've had it happen a lot with this one, and I completely understand why. Is that when you get used to listening to certain, especially music like this, particularly like a lot of the world's music and their battle themes, especially when you get to like 3D and stuff, there's a lot of moments where I don't like the way I've gotten used to listening to it over the years is not the same way others do in terms of like what kind of movements and melodies that they might highlight in their head. So when it starts going to a certain rhythm, my brain almost goes like, what the fuck are you what are you doing? And I'll have to listen really closely and be like, oh, I never noticed that underlying rhythm from this instrument. That's what they're basing this part of the track on. Okay. And I had to like really listen to it because I was so caught up in the main melody that I remember, or like the main aspect of the song I remember that I was getting ready to follow along to, and I didn't get that. So like that's happened a bunch. But so it makes it harder for me to tell like whether or not it's the map or whether or not it's me. I haven't played enough to tell, but there are definitely some songs in general I'm just like a little weirded out by. But for the most part, I think it's been fine.
I had a pretty similar experience. I mean, they'll almost sometimes like change which parts that they want to highlight. Like in the middle of the track.
Go. Yeah, they'll start like advancing. Or they'll start, they'll play.
But they just added this thick ass bass line to One Day in Agrabah. I was like, I did not remember hearing this bass line before.
You have certain things they'll make certain instruments a little more prominent to help with the you'll notice those things more.
What is it? One thing, okay, so like from playing a lot of Osu, one thing that was like really, really weird to get used to was like the actual hit circle aspect. As in like there's a shrinking circle and you need to time it to when it matches the actual circle, right? Yeah. Like it's really like basic idea of how you do a rhythm game. And it's the same thing in this game, but naturally a lot of players are just like, oh, I already know what it sounds like in my head, so I'm just gonna kind of ignore that aspect of the rhythm game, or at least not focus on it nearly as much, and I'll just be like, okay, I'll look at the enemies in like a certain configuration and be like, okay, I kind of know what they're asking of me. But when you get to certain melodies or certain aspects that you're not so familiar with, or at least that I wasn't so familiar with, that's when I had to rely on the hit circle shit a lot.
I was getting cooked
more
by
often.
Jay's songs.
And that shit happens way more often during the slower fucking songs too. Like typically when you get into
always harder for me.
typically you get into a flow when like there's a song that's got a nice, just consistent rhythm, and you're just kind of blowing right through it. But like if it's super, like if it's fucking trance in Traverse or whatever, that slow ass jazz
shit fucked me up.
You're just sitting there
because
just like, oh,
and it's like it has its own challenge in terms of having to follow through on like the little inflections in there and like the slight changes and in speed and the shifting or whatever. Like that it creates its own challenge, and it's cool for that. But God, it just in stuff like that in rhythm games in general just make this so hard. It's so fucking hard.
Was calling in 3D, or did they just add it?
It was in a cutscene.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was.
I was wondering, like,
one of the cutscenes.
I wish they would have just had the original version, though. I like that better than the remix one they had.
100 times better than the remix that's in Dream Drop Distance. Like, I don't know what it is about Dream Drop, but like everything it touches just turns to stone, just actual shit.
I never knew that the Traverse Town battle theme was supposed to be hand in hand for that game.
Oh yeah, the remix of Hand to Hand as Hand to Hand. Yeah.
My biggest gripes about song selection was no actual just playable version of the Jazz Dearly Beloved that they made for that game.
My biggest gripe for the fucking shit is that they use so many overworld themes that shouldn't have been in a rhythm game.
Yeah, there's a lot of that too, but like the Disney songs they picked were all so lame. I was like, bro, why did you pick Beauty and the Beast from Beauty and the Beast? You could have had Be Our Guest. That shit would have slapped. Why did you pick A Whole New World from Aladdin? Could have had like Prince Ali or Friend Like Me. That would have slapped. And then they picked Circle of Life from Lion King instead of like Can't Wait to Be King.
Why. You know why. These are such fucking just like straight up Disney head honcho choices.
But they're so boring to play.
Because that's not their concern. They don't give a shit. They're like, okay, we have.
Is Beauty and the Beast that big of a song? Like I don't even know that song.
It is. That is the song from that movie.
And here's
like Be Our Guest is also pretty hitter, but like that was the one. Like, we're gonna have like guest singers come in and do like the credits version of it. Yeah. And this is gonna be like in the fucking play and all that other shit.
Here's the main thing with it. There's two main things. Number one, while Be Our Guest is obviously very well known, probably the overall favorite, especially amongst musicians and performers on a technical level, it does not have the name of the film in the song. And two, it has the da na 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 na. It has a motif that they can just put wherever, and that is way more important from an advertising perspective for Disney and just highlighting the brand itself than what's the song that people would want the most, right? Like you need, when people think Aladdin and they think Whole New World, like that's the one they pick. Because they get the image from all the commercials and all the other shit they always show of Jasmine.
I mean, with Let It Go and part of Your World, I expected those because it was actually appeared in the game. But like, I was like, oh shit! Like when I first saw like Circle of Life being able to be synth or whatever, I was like, wait, we're actually getting actual Disney songs? Yo, this could be sick. And then we got 3 slow, boring ass to listen to Disney songs.
Yeah,
I was like, never mind. And it's like, I love Disney, but it's like, it's such a pain to work with them, it seems, when it comes to video games. Like everybody I hear having to ever deal with Disney over a video game is just like, yeah, this shit sucks. And it's like,
that's why
I don't know if you can escape. Like the series might just be doomed at that point, unless Nomura can somehow bring it back all Square stuff, like it seems like he's trying to do. But even then, like Disney owns Sora, and don't they? So like they can't get away from him forever.
Well, I doubt Disney's going to be at a point where, like, if hypothetically, if you had a game where there were no other Disney characters in it entirely, and there was just Sora and Riku, whatever the fuck, Disney would have a hand in it, but they wouldn't. Like I don't think they would. They would get whatever profit they can, but I don't think it would be a matter of creative input, because I don't think they give a shit about those characters on that level. I don't think they own Sora because of some hubbly-boo whatever the fuck from when the game was first made, like just from business dealings or whatever the fuck. That's just how that turned out, but also because they wanted to make that cartoon that never panned out.
Well, apparently, isn't that being worked on for Disney Plus still right now?
No, I'm talking about a cartoon from like 2001.
I
actually have some.
Is that actually real though?
No, I actually own the guy who was working on it. Was actually going through a bunch of old shit and found all of the old or part of them, and then
I'm talking about the new one.
Oh, I have no idea.
Is that actually happening? Like I remember, like that was like posted. It's like series coming soon to Disney Plus, and someone said like, yeah, Kingdom Hearts is being worked on.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I'm gonna go over my gripes on that stupid ass game. I hate the fact that Heartless are like permanently there. Like I can't get rid of them. I don't care if my characters swing at nothing and they just make the hit sounds. I don't want them to be there. I don't want them popping up. It's so much screen clutter sometimes that it fucks with me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's honestly an issue for me to play it like higher BPM songs and shit like that.
Oh,
dude,
there's
so much shit on the screen. Stop, please.
You know what really fucked me over a lot of the time was going downhill on a track. Like they would like.
I don't like that.
That shit, like, because it literally gets in the way of what you're supposed to be looking at.
Yeah,
I think if there's anything that's any more complex than just a few notes, like if there's actually like a jump pad that I need to be looking at, or maybe I'm like gliding or something, and I literally cannot see where the fucking notes are coming up next. That shit pissed me off so much. And they do the same thing when they like do like a 180 turn or whatever. So like the whole track bends to the left or to the right.
Yeah.
The whole, you know, like I get it. It's just, you know, they're just taking the assets and using them and whatever the fuck. But yeah, a lot of the levels themselves, even the way like individual rooms were laid out, definitely like without changing or remodeling like literally anything, they were left with a lot some obvious like limitations as far as like the pathing, and it's fucking dumb. Like I
should have just added, all I need to do is add measures. Like just put some measures so you don't have a blank staff like that. Like it'd make it so much easier to see incoming shit, and like no timing is changing and shit like that.
Yeah, and I don't know. Maybe it's just me and my old Osu players kicking in. I want modifiers. I want like hidden it like on like immediately, because I feel like I'd be able to play a lot better if hidden was on.
Go play the fucking versus the bots in the multiplayer mode, dude. They fucking throw hidden at you and flashlight and shit.
Okay, I don't want flashlight. Flashlight's retarded. I want hidden, because I actually play better with hidden because I don't get the visual clutter on my screen. That's just like so much shit. Like if I can see a line of notes that are coming, I can literally just be like, okay, I know how the song goes. I know how many hits I need to do for that. As it disappears, it's like I'll nail that shit. But as things come in, I'm like, I'm hitting the notes, and then I see like 3 more things coming. I'm like, bro, what do you mean? Huh? What do I got to do? What song am I on? Back to the Heavens? No, this is Sacred Distance. Shit. Fuck. It's just one of those things. Like I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I personally, I literally spent like 5 minutes looking through the menu. I was like, there's got to be a way to get rid of the Heartless and the nobodies on the screen. Like I just don't want them there. Fuck, it's annoying.
No, I never. I could not beat that 2.8 song in the demo. I tried like 5 times and then I gave up. But I didn't have a problem with like. There's like only 1 or 2 songs I actually couldn't beat like first try when I just played the game. Well, and I didn't get like much motion sickness at all either. Like
anything past like 13, like once it starts getting 14, 15 in the BPM or whatever the fuck, I don't know what the hell it's called in this game.
Difficulty, yeah.
Well, once it gets past like 14, 15, like it's so hard for me, because there's like it becomes points where there's just so much shit on the screen. I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking for anymore. And it's like what they want you to do basically for these Proud songs is to memorize them, like how the hits work and shit like that. And like, oh, you messed that up, go back and do it again. when I'm much more auditory when it comes to this stuff, and I don't like having to have to play memory on rhythm games where it should be more going with like the music and it'd feel good. That's another thing. That shit aggravated the fuck out of me. Randomly throughout the song, it'll go through the beats and then it'll go through like the background tempo. Like it will do like the background tempo during the song, and then randomly it'll bring in the beats again into the background tempo. There's no like, it feels like they just were like, oh, that needs a button to click during this part. Like it's annoying.
I would disagree with that, because I think a lot of the songs that I noticed when that would happen, particularly in Proud, when they would start to, again, it would be, they would implement it over time where they would introduce the more, whether it be a more background melody or a more foreground melody, whatever it is, they would introduce like either a simple version of it, or they would focus on a particular aspect, and then they would start bringing in other layers later on to where you would start getting into like the full melodies or the full stuff like that, and you would start like just kind of piecing in over time, and it felt gradual, at least over the course. It would throw me off a lot, but it would still be,
for me, we're gonna simplify it and then go
gradually. I don't feel like they jumped around like between.
I just wanted to be able to play the full beat the whole time. I was like, damn, this is actually getting fun. And
it's definitely I'm definitely not used to it. Like I'm used to it being like, okay, if you're playing a standard mode, then they would have like the standard melody that you would have in the first half of the song the whole way through, and then probably do it like, that's what I'm used to. Obviously they're doing they're doing a different thing, which is, once I realized that was a trend that was happening like song after song after song, I started to just expect it. But it is for what I'm used to in terms of rhythm games and difficulty changes. It's different.
My favorite part about that game is the boss fights, because they actually feel.
I hate the boss fights.
Those are dumb as shit. Those things are.
They look
weird. They look jank. They're distracting. Here's that's the worst area to have that whole, or at least for me to have that whole like, oh, you can press L1, R1, or X to attack, because my brain constantly wants to have something that's dedicated. So like, even when I try to go, okay, well, I'm only going to press X when it's in the middle, and then the top one will be R1, the left one will be, but like, it's just. Having the option to like press any of them randomly will fuck with me way more than if you said, okay, well, the middle one has to be this button, the left one has to be this button. And that'll happen in the main modes too. Like I would rather like the left side of the lane, the middle side of the lane, and the middle be independent different buttons, because it would be easier for me, because my brain fucks it up when trying to do. I don't know. It's weird. Like it's really weird
for me. I've always broken it down when it comes to like melody and memory. R1 is like basically like the button. Like I'll press R1 for everything. Something needs 2, I'll do L1, and if something needs 3, X is getting involved. But other than that, like I'll alternate R1 and L1. That's basically it.
Yeah.
Like on the 2, and then if X is needed, and that will come in sometime.
Yeah, that's why.
I stay off of that. But other than that, it's like I base it as it grows. Like if I like, and don't get me wrong, like I agree with you in the aspect that I wish there was like a baseline for like, this one's the R1 button, this one's the L1 button, this one's the X button line, right? Because when I'm playing a song, I'll just start alternating randomly, and like it kind of throws me off, because there is no limitation. You could just be like, yeah, I'm a 1 button L1 player, but I alternate all around. Like it's just one of those things. Like I've tried only using like the face buttons and only using L1 sometimes when I like L1 R1 when I needed to, but that's just a lot more difficult for me because I play P5D like that. So
I see.
You know, honestly, when I think about the boss fights, I think probably the worst part is that it's, what is it? It goes from side to side, from one side of the screen to the other.
I fucking hate it.
As opposed to you just kind of like going down this main track and you're just kind of driving straight. Because it's really, it basically takes the basic concept where you can kind of get a natural sense of what's coming ahead. And also just kind of using your peripherals, you're able to see what you have to play like right now.
And it's from left to right, and that shit fucks me up real hard.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't blame you.
because of that, it actually like it's doable, but especially when I got to the final boss, I was like, yeah, I'm getting overwhelmed really quickly, and that's just because the way that the notes are being thrown at me is like, I mean, the song itself is hard, so like that's one part of it, but it also just felt like I wasn't able to keep track of all the bits of information that were being thrown at me because it was left to right instead of this natural, like, just like the majority of the songs up to that point, it had this natural, like, yeah, this is how the track is laid out, and it's a very, I don't know, I think it's pretty intuitive personally, and I thought that the boss fights were a little bit less intuitive, especially because they only threw 3 of them at you up to that point.
Maleficent. Why did Maleficent BBS get a fucking boss fight of all bosses?
They could have easily threw in more bosses, but I'm not sure if they didn't have enough time or they didn't want to dedicate time to that sort of shit. So
I was expecting at least one super boss when I unlocked that last area with all the super boss songs, but none of them were actually bosses.
And Maleficent's the boss, and not like Terranort or Vanitas. Young Xehanort's not a boss.
3D just didn't get one.
3D didn't get one. They didn't do Maleficent for Calm. They didn't do Xion or Riku for, like, they didn't do fucking.
No.
They didn't really do.
I'm amazed the Xion one didn't even get one. I was very surprised.
Yeah, why no Marlu? I mean, like, yeah, it's just for a mode in a game, like they made it its own specific mode. There are only 4 songs. That's a little
I feel like that was so unnecessary, considering, like, in my head I can picture a way more interesting and fun version of those fights that you can do using the main lane mode.
Yeah.
Where you can like even something as simple as like changing the way the lane looks or certain things, the way certain things function aesthetically can do a lot, and you can have, I don't know, like you could have something interesting that where it's like you're having to, I don't know, just like you would think it'd be easy. You think it'd be easier on paper to just say, okay, like they're playing it where everything is coming at you from the foreground to the background. Cool. What if we take this thing that's like vertical up the screen and then we just turn it and now it's going horizontal and they're doing the same button presses and everything else? It'll be it's straightforward enough. And no, brain don't like that. Brain hate that. Don't turn 90. Don't turn that 90 degree. Brain don't do that. So I don't know. Like you could. I feel now that you said, like, when you mentioned there's so few bosses, I think like, oh, if they had just improved or changed around like the boss versions of like main mode tracks, like could they have had more, or would those have been more interesting? Because I hate this fucking jarring ass shit. Also, just looking at the animations, just looks fucking stupid. It's not even like exciting from like someone who's not playing it. It's like, okay, oh cool, I like the idea. I like it on paper that the fucking what you're doing reflects how good the action is or whatever, but I'm like, why does it look so jank and weird? And why is so, like, if I was controlling Sora right now, he wouldn't have just gotten hit by that fucking laser beam. This is bullshit. Let me dodge roll. Let me press the dodge button.
That's why I also hate the memory dive shit too. Those tracks are literally just, it's like playing Osu, but you have the video on in the background.
Yeah,
it's like,
I wasn't,
get this shit out of here, dude. What is this?
I wasn't surprised at all at how they did the KH3 stuff, or I was like, oh yeah, they don't have worlds made in like with the PS2 assets from the collection,
and
so
it was
it's just going to be,
it was being made at the same time as KH3 too, so they literally couldn't make the assets. What really bugged me about some of the memory dives was they would get the full version of the openings, right? Mm-hmm. And you play it in field mode, and you get like a minute
part of it. Yeah, just
it. You get part of it. That bugged the shit out of me. Like,
but then you get the full ass opening in the fucking memory dive.
What's wrong with having those particular openings, which people like when they think about it, they think, you know, the whole way through. Why wouldn't they just, like, it would be so easy to just let you play the whole time or play the whole track, but
standardize song length across the board, considering they have so many that they have to cut a little sooner just because they're, you know, the repetitive world themes. I don't know if that like created a limitation where it's like, well, we got to cut it around this time. I don't think anyone would have been really that upset to be playing a fucking good ass song for couple minutes and be like, God, when is this really good song going to be over? You know, fucking cares. So yeah, I feel like that was kind of a cop out.
I was super surprised they didn't have Face Your Fears though, like that one especially, because like that was like their main theme of KH3.
Honestly, they had so much fucking issue dealing with Utada having to deal with all of Square's bullshit or whatever just to get that stuff done before. So I don't know if they wanted to fuck with it again. I don't know if they wanted to talk about it. It's probably taboo in their offices by this point. How fucking
talk about that shit.
With how Japanese game devs go, I'm dead serious. You end up with a lot of that where it's just like we don't fucking talk about this shit.
Don't talk about Fight Club. Don't talk to me about Dragon Ball.
Like if there are grudges that happen at higher levels than those common, oh god. You see how bad it gets fucking over here.
Yeah. The other thing is, I mean, this is just a personal complaint because it doesn't really matter. Like again, it's Crash 4. You can make the plat whatever you want in your game, but holy shit, this platinum trophy is fucking terrible. I got the plat, and man, did I hate every fucking minute of it. I already hate the game now. I had fun playing the game, and then then I got the plat, and I was like, I never want to play this fucking game.
Dude,
is it really just this?
Every plat trophy, every single I swear to God, every person that I know that actively goes for every single plat trophy that they of a game that they play, like at least 70% of the plat trophies are god awful. They get through it and then they come back to me and I'm like, how was it? Was it a good time? And they're like, no, but I got it, so that's all that matters.
I got the dopamine.
Like, what's the point? What do you like? Come on.
But yeah,
I get it. I play RuneScape. Number go up. Dopamine. Ooh, I get it. I know. But holy shit, dude.
All right. You have to play every song in the game on all 3 difficulties for different trophies. Because there's a trophy for playing every song in the game. Then there's a trophy for playing every song in the game on Proud, and one on Standard, and one for Beginner. They don't stack.
Oh my!
You need 50 FCs on Beginner and Standard and Proud because those don't stack.
Oh man!
You have to get 100 treasure chests, 10,000 item drops, 2 billion score total, but none of that matters. You need to play alongside Mickey Mouse for 1 hour. But the only thing that matters, because I finished every single trophy in the game, and then I still had to grind one song for 5 hours this morning, because you have to kill 100,000 enemies. So you go and you play Wave of Darkness from point 2 for 5 hours, because you're only at 65k enemies after you already did every other trophy in the game. Like, if it wasn't, it's already pretty bad to have to play every song 3 times and get 50 FCs on everything.
Farm one particular song.
Yeah, but then you have to play one song over and over and over because 100k enemies is just too much. It's literally such an outlier of every other trophy because I did every other trophy and then I still had to grind one song for 5 hours just to get this last one. That's the killer. That trophy is just unbalanced. There should not be a singular trophy, in my opinion, that's just that much of an outlier for the rest of the game.
I think
doesn't make any sense to me.
I think that comes down to number 1, they didn't check their goddamn numbers, and number 2, they just it's a rhythm game. They'll play the songs over and over for forever because it's rhythm game. Look, just make the thing really, really big. It's like in a fucking RPG. It's like, oh, they're gonna grind, they're getting all the levels, so make sure that they have to get level fucking 9999 in this fucking bullshit, even though it's gonna take 80 plus hours after you're even done with all the post game. But it's an RPG, so just put it in because they'll play it.
I mean that's the thing about Recon. So that's the other one that I complain about all the time is Recon because there's no post game. There's no reason to be level 99 in that game.
Yeah,
and you can clear that game with your eyes closed at level 50. There's no reason for you to ever be level 99 in that game. It's literally just to get that trophy. That's it.
I can get it to a point if it's okay, well, we want to have a trophy. Okay, well, we have the ability to get to this level. Okay, yeah, you don't really need to, and it's going to take fucking forever, but whatever. This is an arbitrary thing that we can say, hey, you'll max this thing out, and you'll get a trophy. At least I can say, hey, I maxed the thing out, as opposed to, hey, get this arbitrary fucking score after 18 hours. And it's well, why couldn't you just make that number lower? It's not a cap. It's not a get 100,000 score, because once you get 100,000 you unlock a bunch of shit in the game already, so we're just going to tie that unlock to also be associated with the trophy on its own. Like, no, it's just get 100,000 of this. It's like, but why didn't you make it like 10,000? That would have taken me way less time, and I still would have had to play all the content.
When I was looking at the trophy list, I was like, bro, I have to play every song 3 times. Oh man, that sucks, dude. And I gotta get 10,000 items. This is gonna take forever. Little did I know, none of that mattered, because of the 100,000 enemies was going to eclipse everything 3 times over.
I'm trying to think of game. I know it's happened a whole lot, but I'm trying to think of other games where it's that'll happen with like plats and achievements and whatnot, where they would just be. They'd all be kind of consistent, and then you just have one that takes another
Recom
several hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Recom is another one. Like,
right.
Like, you do everything in that game, and you're nowhere near level 99. It's like, all right, well, you better get to grinding for fucking everybody.
How do you get to level 99? Is there like an auto mega flare button? Nope. You gotta just manually fight it out mindlessly for hours. Good.
Do it again on Riku.
And then do it again on Riku. Good. Okay, so I want to preface anybody who might be listening to this. I had a lot of fun with this game.
Yeah, I loved the game. Like, before I was going for plat, like just doing the story and like all songs on Proud. Like, my first time going through, I was like having a great time. I was really enjoying it. Like, obviously, I burnt myself out of it going for fucking grinding for plat, because I mean, for a rhythm game, it's like you can play it over and over again, and like, so I mean, and that's what people do with rhythm games. But I'm just like doing the marathon, so I got to get the plat now, so I got to grind it out, and it's not meant to be get like that, so it wasn't fun. But the game was still fun.
Yeah, I don't want to make it sound like we've been talking about this game for 30 minutes and all we've said are bad things and things we hate about it. Because, like, in the grand scheme of things, I think that this game is fucking dope. I'm glad that there's a performer mode. I'm glad that Proud mode is actually like a legitimate challenge and tries out different aspects of certain songs. Like, I'm not a fucking music major, but it's like, it's very clear that it, like, they put a lot of thought into the majority of these maps. There are a couple that I have gripes with, but like the vast majority of them are really good. And
what do you mean, dude?
Playing this a fucking shit ton, actually.
Hell yeah, Lazy Afternoons is the best rhythm game map that you could ever ask for.
And so is Trance and Traverse.
Good thing with Lazy Afternoons.
Okay, I'm going to sleep. Bye.
I'm up. Shit.
I was so mad when I had to play Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo like 4 times. Because I had to play it on every difficulty, and then I had to go back and FC it. And I was like, I already hate this song. I don't want to hear it ever again.
Oh god, that sounds awful, dude.
I played Wave of Darkness 65 times today. I'd still rather listen to that than Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo again. I mean, like, when I first started the story mode, I was like kind of iffy, but like, yeah, when I got to Monstro and I actually started having fun, and I was like, all right, this game's actually cool. I had way more fun playing that game than I thought I would. I still don't know if I would say it's worth $60. Like, when a bunch of people come in my chat and ask me, is this game worth $60? And I'm like, it depends how much you like rhythm games, because at the end of the day,
I love the shit out of this game, and it is not worth $60.
It's not. It's
yeah, like,
I was
like, I mean, if you really like rhythm games, then maybe you can make an argument. But I was like, if you aren't that, like, you don't really care that much about rhythm games, you're gonna play it one time maybe, then like wait 3 months. I'm sure it'll be on sale.
Dude, this game 150% a couple years back, when it was mainly in development during KH3's period, it was absolutely 100% going to be one of the mobile games they were talking about. And I feel like, aside from the game overall, like the perspective of the gameplay and other like mechanical things changing because of the, you know, the whole, like, you're going to have a controller, it's, yeah, I think it would have, I would have rather had something that was like, if something that was more simplified for the phone or more akin to like the Atridom, I would have taken that on the phone 100%. And there's so much about like the way the collectibles work, even the way the collectibles look, and then the way they reuse assets, and even once they get to all the KH3 shit, how it's literally just like, we didn't even bother taking the time to model some worlds that could be sent. Like think of like if you had like little bits and pieces of the Toy Story world that was modeled in like the PS2 style or whatever. It's like, just throw a fucking cutscene on it. It just it just screams like, okay, we threw that in. We threw the KH3 stuff in because this came out a lot later. We bumped up for console. We're gonna have some story content in there. You know, blah blah blah. I don't know, and it's a shame because like again, like I think what they did, it's what they were going for. In terms of like just a creative looking rhythm game, they even call it like a rhythm action game or whatever. I think it's cute. Like, and I think it's like I appreciate the effort, and I think I've been wanting some sort of KH music rhythm game for the longest time because they got a lot of good tracks they can do.
Yeah,
but it's like even just, but like there's always so many little moments where it's like if this team was just given an actual budget instead of just getting a bunch of HD assets and a thing and a install of Unity and saying, hey, go nuts. There could have been at least like more stuff like you know when you look in the menus and they at least like took this little small team took the time to and some of them look a little weird. Riku looks a little weird, but like in the menu when the characters are standing around, they're kind of doing little animations and whatnot. I would have appreciated something like, you know, your characters running on the lane after you FC a song or whatever, and it goes up to a chest, and instead of just doing the animation that was stock from the game and having the characters stand there in their idle pose all rigid, like why not have a fun animation where they all like look at the chest and they watch it pop out? I don't know, just
bro, who the fuck cares about?
It would have been
Team 3D too.
It just would have been. It would have been fun to see more. Like just more playfulness with the aesthetic and the look of everything, because you're already just reusing all this old shit anyway. And I see you like animating the models in unique ways in the menus. So it's like I would have liked to see more of that. I would have liked to see more
Sham's
more
right.
fun.
That's
and
literally why they did it. Team 3D was there just so that people could play as Riku.
Yeah.
I would have much rather have had team like Neku, Shiki, and Joshua from the One Unto the U. Fuck Team 3D.
I hate not having an option to switch KH1 Sora to the KH2 Sora for Team Classic.
Mickey Mouse changes clothes, but Sora doesn't.
They also took the time to make a
KH2
PS2
Sora. KH2 Sora doesn't exist anymore.
They made KH3 Sora in PS2-ish style. But they didn't.
Yeah, they made his model. Why can't you play it?
Why can't they don't give you KH2?
Also, the main character of this whole game was Kairi, and you can't play as Kairi.
You do for that moment. Is that part when she's flying?
Yeah, like for one part, but like she's not like a repeatable character whenever you want.
And then she fights, you know, and she only gets her Keyblade grabbed twice this time.
Bro, she literally swung it, and he just grabbed it. And I was like, bro, it literally sounds like that shit's made out of hollow plastic. That's literally the one she bought at Spirit Halloween.
The best. And I
Kairi literally cannot defeat Xehanort in her own dreams.
It's the best part is that, you know, that thing that we always say where it's like, oh, why don't you just make the Keyblade disappear and then, you know, grab it? And she does that, and then immediately it gets grabbed again, and he just starts talking again. I'm like, okay, I don't know why they keep trying to animate fight scenes, because they can never do it. Like, they literally can't make a fight scene look cool in Kingdom Hearts. It's not possible.
Bro, when he was talking about all that bullshit at the end and saying the unreality fiction and all that, and so I think someone clipped it. When I was watching it for the first time, he literally stopped talking, and I was just like, "What does that mean?" And then Kairi's just like, "What does that mean?" I was like, "See, she knows, dude. I have no idea what the fuck this guy is trying to say right now."
Okay, my favorite part of the flashback cutscenes was when Kairi would save face for Riku whenever he got fucking dumpstered. like the Riku Roxas fight. He's like, once he realized how important this was, that's when he gave his heart to darkness in order to capture. Like, no, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
That's not why he did it. He was getting washed.
He was actually getting cooked. There. And he was like, all right, I'm gonna have to play. I literally showed the video. I was like, I'm gonna say the N-word. I'm like, yo, Riku, don't do that.
He's literally the fucking the bitch at the club who decided, you know what, this girl gotta die, and pulled a fucking gun out of her purse.
Also, okay, is like back to minor spoiler territory, if you care about spoilers. Is Kairi a government plant? What the fuck was that plot line? Like, no one talks about that.
Talk about what?
He sent her back. He sent her to find Keyblade wielders. She's literally a plant. Like Xehanort sent her to go find Sora.
She's wearing a wire.
She's a government cell. She's a government cell waiting to be activated.
She's literally wearing a wire inside of Yen Sid's. Like, yeah, sure, I'll go do this for you, Yen Sid. Here at Yen Sid's tower.
What is that plotline? Is that going to evolve into something? Like, why was that? I don't understand. Like,
it was so stupid.
See it now. I can see it now. What happens, Sora, when the things closest to you turn against you? And he just snaps his fingers, kind of.
I'm telling you,
starts attacking Sora.
This is literally how Halo 5 happened, and it's going to happen again. She's literally Cortana. Like, she's going to turn.
Oh God, it's too true. It's too real. Oh, that's too funny.
That's literally it, dude. She's gonna turn, dude. She's gonna be like, she was darkness all along, dude.
Oh no, we have to dispel. We have to kill her to get rid of her darkness. Please, no. Sora, what are you doing? Die!
Me and the protagonist of Final Fantasy 13 Versus have to kill Kairi.
Final mission. Kill Kairi. It's no longer survive. It's you're going through an open field with the Keyblades at hand. Kill Kairi. We figured it out, dude. Kingdom Hearts is figured out. You can't fool us there, Nimora.
Like, I have no idea where they're going anymore with the story. I just want to see fucking Neku again. That's literally all I care about. Just bring the What Ends With You characters back and let me play Final Fantasy 13 Versus.
How would a Princess of Light turn dark? You need to stop asking so many damn questions.
Shut the hell up, nerd.
Yeah,
Fairy Godmother's OD. Yeah, remember when the Fairy Godmother was just kind of there, and then all of a sudden they were like, "Oh, by the way, she can just access the final world because we decided she could, and she's able to do all this stuff, and she's got a 3-step process for getting you to unreality." So, good job. I don't know how we didn't notice this until just this exact moment, but. Here we are.
So is it confirmed that star is like the girl that Yozora was looking for or whatever?
Yes, yeah, that is definitely. That's how Sora knew that. What is it? Was it Stupid Star talked to Sora, told Sora about shit, and he was like, "Oh, dude, you're the person that the star was talking to me about."
Yeah, straight up. Just the game just censors him, so the player doesn't know because haha, storytelling.
Yeah.
So you must be right. Yeah. That kind of shit. Just fuck off.
It's not the first time they've done it.
Oh, dude, they did that. Fucking Master. My name is.
Yeah, they do it all the time.
They did it with the word photograph in case.
Well, that was okay. Well, that one is contextualized by the whole glitch thing. That actually has a purpose, but yeah, although it sounds fucking stupid every time I see it. Like, I get what they were trying to do, but it's dumb.
I'm not kidding you. Go watch that cutscene where fucking Master talks to fucking Xehanort. It's the funniest young Xehanort. It's the funniest thing in the world. What's your name? Well, I guess there's no harm in it. My name is
like fucking spiritual pressure from Bleach.
The Gaussian blur goes up a little bit more.
Bro, okay, hold up. If someone stepped through a fucking like dark portal, like imagine if fucking like,
I'm just kidding around, Remo.
Imagine if fucking Sykes just like came through the portal and that shit was playing, right? And just like the spiritual pressure started coming out. Oh my god, that'd be so cold.
Oh, dude,
that would be.
Go watch.
What is this intense pressure,
dude? Go watch Another Side, Another Story. The KH1 English secret ending.
Oh, shit's so
the
great.
second they show Roxas, the spiritual pressure is just out through the roof, dude. Everything's like fissuring and shit. It's tight. But yeah, to go off of what you're saying, look, man, I don't know, fucking. The shit is so stupid. The funny part is, I laughed so, I don't know why I laughed so fucking hard when I was watching these cutscenes like a day before MOM came out. And when fucking, it's spoiler, we're still in spoiler zone, by the way. When Ansem, it was like, if you find yourself in the gray area, forget everything that you know, or we have failed. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on? She really is a sleeper agent. What the fuck?
Like, I don't know. I literally don't know. Like, they're saying it's fiction. So are they literally going inside the Verum Rex video game? Like, is that it? Like, I'm so confused at this point.
It's like,
at first I thought like they had just had it backwards.
But we were in there before.
Because I was like, no, they're calling it fiction, but they're in Japan. They're in the real world, and they don't realize that they're the fiction. I thought they were gonna fourth wall break the fuck out of us and be like,
I hope, like, dude. My prayer, my fucking hope is that like 5 games from now, or 8, or however many with their next for the next fucking saga, the end of it better just be it was all a dream, and there's just a fucking Kingdom Hearts logo on a storybook that closes. Oh my god.
That's what I literally thought, that they were going to like be like, oh, you got to go to the fictional world, and then they go to Japan, and then they're like, no, y'all are the fictional characters, you dumbasses. This is a real one.
I want every single thing that has happened in Kingdom Hearts to not matter.
It was all
like
the dream.
Ultimately, like what they did with fucking Star Ocean. We got to the very, was it the 4th one? Got to the very end. It was like, it was in a computer, nothing mattered, haha. And it's like, oh, okay.
Till the end of time.
Yeah. It's like, oh, it's just one of those where it's like, okay, everything I did didn't matter. Like fucking Eternal Sonata does that, Eternal Sonata does it, but part of it was the point with the whole like, oh, you're in Beethoven's head and all that shit. That was actually kind of neat, even though the game's weird. Yeah. Like there was at least a point to that one. Yeah, I hope that's where we go. It's gonna be great. Do we have anything else to say
headed?
About this game?
Where's it headed? I want to know from you.
I just googled this and
What button did I just press? Where's my alt key?
It's too good. It's too good, dude.
Where is it headed, baby? Where's the story going?
Huh? Oh, well, I mean, like we got to the end, right? And it's literally just like, okay, so Kairi's gonna go train with Master Aqua. Oh, dude, God, it was actually the funniest shit, because like they're sitting there at the portal to go into Quadratum, right? Mm-hmm. And what is it? Kairi's like, I'm coming too. And then Riku immediately, just out of reflex, is just like, no, wait, you can't. Wait, no.
You're a girl.
And just cuts her off. Just, nope, you can't. You can't come. And then she's like, oh, I know. I'm not ready yet. It's just like, holy shit, that was so cold.
Maybe in 20 more years.
Yeah, Kairi, I don't know about all that.
I cannot believe Riku did that. But fuck. Okay, so she goes back and she's gonna go train with Master Aqua. That's what she said to fucking Yen Sid.
That's literally the most interesting part.
What have they been doing? That's what I want to know.
Aqua? Oh yeah. Okay, so like in Remind, they were like
they were going
putting
to
on their
They were
armor.
gonna go off to do some cool shit, and you're like, yeah, oh, I want to go hang out with them.
They were going to the realm of darkness.
They're gonna go.
So we got a fucking
they're going on a raid. They're literally just like, we're gonna go do a raid, dude. You want to come?
Like we're in the days and the BBS trios, dude. I want to fucking know. Instead, we got a whole game of Kairi sleeping.
The days trio just they're lazing about doing nothing.
They are smoking.
Dude, bro. They deserve so many drugs. They deserve so
they've gone through so much shit.
They need the best beanbag chairs you could possibly find. Which world has which world would have the softest beanbags? Get some of those fucking talking ones from Beast Castle.
How many lava lamps, dude?
How many lava lamps you need?
I know for a fact Pence is walking into their little hut just with like cocaine. Like, all right, boys and girls, we got something special today. Whoa!
Wait, when Pence, dude, I've always wanted an older Pence to just talk like Badger from Breaking Bad.
The older Pence and older Hayner are literally Jay and Silent Bob.
We got something good on the menu for you guys.
Olette's grown up and
connect.
Olette's grown up, become a model. She doesn't associate with them anymore. She's like,
at all. Like all the pictures that they've ever taken together, she just X's them out.
She bleeps the word photos out on her own. She doesn't.
She tries her absolute best to do what Beyonce did from the Super Bowl, is just get rid of a photo off the internet. Like, please, I am not associated with these two. Holy shit. That shit, Hater be blowing up her Instagram all the time. Hey, let's hang out sometime. What you doing? She's constantly getting texts from them and shit. Meanwhile, Shion, Roxas, and Axel are just getting high as fuck. That's what the Days Trio is doing.
So then BBS are just out here fucking zooming around on their fucking
they're cool. They're cool space bikes and yeah, they're hanging out, dude.
When do we get the game of whatever they were doing?
They got the engine roaring.
Like, what is it? Just gonna be KH4 and we're gonna like be playing as Riku and Sora, and then it's just gonna be cutscenes of Kairi getting her ass whooped by Aqua and being like, "Wow, you're still really bad at this. We've been training for 3 years and you haven't gotten any better."
I would kill for a scene.
God, we really need like just an actual asshole in the group to just say, "Yeah, Kairi, you fucking suck."
That's what I want. I want there to be a scene where she just knocks Kairi down for the 18th time, and she's also like, "So, how long did you say you were with Axel training? Like, I don't follow me through this."
Bro, I literally thought about it the other day, and I was like, "Wait." Out of all these Warriors of Light, like Lee, Axel, whatever, he's the only one that has like any personality whatsoever. Everyone else is just like a cardboard copy of like a fucking good guy character.
Because they wanted to bring one into the main trio, and he was the popular one, and they're like, okay, well, we're gonna make him cry a bunch, and then everyone else is gonna be the same. And okay, all right, cool.
Remember when Axel got his hand stomped out?
He got. Axel just got absolutely mad.
Actually, he was like, "Hey, don't do that." And Xemnas was just like, "Bitch, fuck off me. The fuck you doing, dude? Don't touch the code.
Don't touch the threads.
The fuck you doing? This costs more than your goddamn life, boy. I swear to God, I'll get to your ass."
They had infinite time to train, and all she did was fuck up her haircut.
Well, at least when I saw Xemnas grab fucking Axel's Keyblade and break it and shit, I was like, well, all Axel did was sit on a stump and cry a bunch, so I didn't really expect him to actually learn anything. That man literally had a cutscene in the previous game where he was like, "Man, Keyblades are cool. I wish I had one," and he just appears in his hand, and they're like, "Wow, cool." And I'm like, he didn't earn that.
That's pretty cool.
He's like, "Yeah, that's pretty cool."
Dude,
I'm like,
"You're gonna be." I'm just like, I'm supposed to have that shit.
I'm like, this is good.
Sora actually legit fucking earned his Keyblade. Thank you very much.
But I mean, not the beginning, did he?
Well, no. Well, like it wasn't supposed to go to him.
There's the whole point to that.
But he did some shit at least.
He did some
Axel
shit.
sat there and cried on a stump.
KH1 is literally the story about how Sora is just this stand-in, and his entire identity is surrounded around being the Keyblade wielder. And then he gets to a point where the Keyblade is stolen from him, and then he realizes, wait, I actually have some self-worth because of all the shit that I did. And then the Keyblade's like, wait, you're pretty fucking dope. I'm gonna go back to you. And that's actually a really cool idea, executed really well as far as like writing is concerned. So it does feel earned in that sense.
So Riku is Kageyama and Sora is Oikawa. I mean, because Riku's the Keyblade master now. He's just naturally more talented, but Sora had to put in the work in order to get to where he is.
Well, I mean, it's not even necessarily natural. I mean, I guess you could associate it with that. Terra was like the one who gave it to him, and so that's his birthright. Whereas Sora didn't really have anything going for him. but
he got some dead kid's heart put inside of him.
Tara looked at Sora and was like, I don't know.
This kid seems kind of weak.
Hey, taller one, come here. I need to talk to you real quick, buddy.
How much you bet?
Meanwhile, Kyrie. What's your squad, bro?
Oh my god. Oh, it'd be so much better. Oh, Tara would be such a better character.
What's your deadlift PB? What's going on? Meanwhile, Aqua. Kyrie accidentally got it by touching Aqua's Keyblade. Oops. Sorry.
That shit fucking pisses me off. All right, so like, what else is going on? Okay, so like, Mickey's gonna go to Scala. Mickey's legit just gonna go into Scala, and he's gonna like look up some shit in the ancient tomes.
Ancient
scroll. You know what? The sacred texts. Honestly, I am more interested in fucking Mickey going to look up the fucking Naruto scrolls real quick in the tombs than anything else that's going on. Like, I'd play it. They could release a $60 game where literally it's just Mickey walking down a library and reading some shit. That'd be more interesting to me than like almost anything Cage right now.
Hell no, dude. I want to fucking see the Square Enix crossover of the century.
You're not gonna get that for another 5 years. Keep it down there, Buster.
Yeah, well, when's Mickey's Reading Simulator gonna come out, dude? That's gonna be like,
oh yeah, like so when Mickey found out that Riku went to Unreality, he immediately, without a second thought, was like, "Oh, my boyfriend, I gotta go fucking save him!" And then Donald and Goofy had to tackle him down and stop him.
He's dying.
And yet Aqua was literally for 10 years just chilling in the realm of darkness, and he did not do shit.
Nobody cared at all.
I don't want to hear anything about how Mickey was too busy to fucking go and save her or something like that. Like he had too much time on his hands. Like
I feel like there was one time where he was just like, "Hey, Sid, maybe we should do something about it." He's like, "Not yet." He's like, "Okay." And that was kind of about it. That was like a flashback or something.
His was just like, "Damn, you've been in here 10 years."
Or no. I'm thinking, what did they say in 0.2 when basically Riku and them are like, "Why didn't you go sooner?" And they were like,
"Oh no, so the reason he didn't say shit, say shit is because if Sora found out, Sora would have immediately gone to save her, and it's the realm of darkness. Therefore, it's really hard to get in and out."
That's basically what he did.
And that's the problem, though. That is the exact problem, because in Cage 3, he literally does what Mickey didn't want him to do, and there were zero repercussions to it whatsoever. Like, he got away with it.
I never even talk about that.
I would laugh so hard if at the end of that whole section where you go to the realm of darkness, Mickey bitch slaps Sora. Like, the fuck are you doing? What
I literally mean the first time I ever got drunk, and I stood up off the couch. And I said, "I have a great idea with zero negative consequences." And I just threw an egg at the wall as hard as I could. That was literally Sora. He said, "Wait, Aqua's in the realm of darkness? I have a great idea with zero negative consequences."
I'm going to go there. I'm going to go there. Y'all don't need to go, Donald and Goofy. They'll get mad at me if you show up.
What do you mean you spent the entire game looking for the power of waking? I'll just get it after I fucking go save Aqua. Who cares?
And then at the exact moment where he was like, "I need the power of waking," even though I never got it up to this point, they just decided to write in, "Oh, by the way, you've had it all along. Just try harder," or whatever. And just instantly, just like ding, all shit. That worked like a fucking charm, and on we went.
It's never even like, "Whoa, what do you mean I had it all along?" That's a little confusing. It sort of just smiles and goes, "Wow, you're right." Like, of course. What was I thinking? Of course I have it. I'm like, Jesus, like,
whoa.
And he just points at his Keyblade and thinks really hard.
That shit genuinely is so much more painful when you look back at all of the Disney worlds that you went through, and you're like, what was the point? Like outside of like one conversation that I had with Hercules where we talked about like, you know, why he saved Meg and he had to fight with all of his heart or whatever. Outside of that stupid conversation, there is literally zero progress made at all towards getting the power of waking. And then at the moment where they were like, oh shit, that's right, this is our main goal, we need to do this, they just decide to write in, oh, well, you know, light and friendship, and he has it all along, he just needed to, I don't know, just try harder. And you're just like, oh yeah, it's right here, ding, and I'll just activate it, and there we go, I have the power of waking.
We're talking about a game. We're talking about a game in which they said, "Hey, we want to bring a bunch of dead characters who didn't exist back to life and be important. So we're going to create a plot on the side that is going to end up being completely unimportant, but will be a temporary reason to implement these characters in the various worlds, despite being a rehash of a plot from the first game, and it also goes nowhere." That's just the game's filled with just pointless shit, just for the sake of like dropping character models in places.
The less cage one matters.
The game literally is just a ploy so Sora can learn abilities, so you can get to the final boss and not have a dog shit.
Is that he never learned anything.
I know.
Like, at one point,
but he's so much stronger, BB. He turned his Keyblade into a gun. He's so much better. His number went up.
That's what I'm talking
His
about.
number went up.
That's
Don't
the
you
only
understand?
reason why he went to these worlds. Hey, can I get y'all a keychain? Yeah, but before you do, like, we got to get rid of this guy. Like, this big ass
girl doing? I don't know. Let's go walk. Oh, she's singing. Why is she singing? Whoa, look at that castle. Anyway, we gotta be going.
Yo, y'all got a keychain? Like, I need that real quick. Give me them ice claw.
I guess we'll kill this guy while we're here.
Whoa, I guess so. Shit. All right, well, I killed it. I'm gonna fuck with y'all, landed pirates. Yo, what's with this fucking dragon, B? Oh shit. Oh fuck, what are we doing on boats? This is crazy. Yo,
hey, it's Jack Sparrow. Collect crabs. Oh, what the fuck?
What the fuck is this shit?
Can I leave?
Can I leave?
Now I will take my leave. By the way, I was crabs, and then he just disintegrates into crabs right before your eyes. And then they cut to an arbitrary cutscene at the end of the fucking movie where they're talking about pirate lords and fucking. What's her fucking name? It's just like King, because apparently
Jack
she's king now.
Pirate lords, you can't king. It's like, oh, there's a lot of movie that happened between then and now.
Oh my god!
Oh, fuck it.
San Francisco.
And also, you had to fucking race boats against Zora's fucking chauffeur.
Boat racing.
Boat racing.
Caribbean boat racing.
We literally thought he was some big shot this whole time, and he's a goddamn taxi driver.
That's pretty cool. He could be the cool butler guy.
One of the strongest nobodies in the world was a fucking taxi
Is
driver.
he one of the strongest?
I mean, yeah, isn't the org one of the strongest? Like,
the organization is.
Yeah, but I mean, amongst them, but they also have demics. Like amongst them, the numbers are a little various.
But just you wait.
Masters, dude.
Just you wait, sir.
Until Organization 13-3. Idiot.
I don't want to talk about the series anymore.
Before you were a nobody, I was a taxi driver.
I chauffeured a little 15-year-old boy around in a car. Let me tell you, I was the best semi-boss you'd ever fight in your life.
Sometimes I would look out my window and I would say, "Impressive, is it not?" It's a good memory.
I would look at his house and go, "That's very large," and go home to my shack.
Do you have anything to say else about this fucking game? Or
who else is like? I literally didn't just like. What is that? Like, what are they going to do? Like,
well, I mean, like they're. Like, I don't know as far as like games are concerned. Maybe they'll actually do some like side game shit, or like. Well, I mean, like side game, quote unquote. I mean, I don't know. Everything's going to be on a console at this point, so the whole stupid mobile game shit isn't even like a thing anymore. But as far as like, as far as plot relevance is concerned, I don't know. Like, it's a whole new fucking era. Like we're totally past the stupid fucking plot relevance. I don't even give a shit if the next game is called Kingdom Hearts 4 or not. We're just gonna wait and see.
My big thing on this whole thing, it's so difficult what they're gonna do. Difficult to tell what they're gonna do. I at this point, I have a question for you guys here. Did you guys expect anything less, or expect more?
I didn't expect.
I thought it was really funny. I thought it was really funny that they made trailers specifically surrounding this hooded dude in Kyrie's memories.
Yeah,
and everybody was just fucking clamoring about it, and it's just bald ass Master Xehanort.
He's back.
Just in her memories, just an immediate letdown.
Yeah.
Everybody's hopes up for fucking just nothing. Just no, it's just Xehanort.
Yeah,
this surprise bitch, Dustin.
I'm legitimately wondering though. Did you guys expect anything more, or like I didn't expect shit.
No, I knew it was going to be. Like,
I expected
a couple.
I expected a couple scenes with Kyrie in a dream state at the end. Like that's like with the couple trailers we saw, they would show like a random thing in the end of Kyrie just doing shit in that area. So I'm like, okay, it'll just be a few scenes of her having to sleep and talking to some people, and that'll be it.
Yeah, there's some people.
Dude, there was secret ending of like Sora and Riku were doing or something.
Yeah, I personally thought that was going to be the case too.
I didn't think we were going to see anything of that.
I had people in my Discord talking about how they just can't believe that that's all it was, and I was like, bro, if you were expecting more, you were severely fucking mistaken.
It's a fucking rhythm game using HD assets of a game of multiple games from like a decade ago.
Yeah,
like I don't know what you. I don't know. Like I don't know.
It's literally the same thing as like getting to the end of Recoded, and it's just like, okay, cool. So that's what the note was in the bottle. Yeah. And by the way, Kyrie's here, and she's gonna be a Keyblade wielder, and that's all you get.
Yep. It's such a steep price. Like as it stands right now, it's such a steep price for a minor story thing. But at this point, all four of us are too stupidly invested, and a lot of the fandom is just too invested into the story. So one way or another, this is going to make them money, and we're going to have to wait another year and a half for the next one.
That's fine.
You think it's only a year and a half?
It'll be 2022. At least that's what they're hoping for.
Yeah,
for the next game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they said that they're shooting for the 20th anniversary of Kingdom Hearts since KH1 came out in 2002. So
I thought
2022.
It's another 10 years.
Yeah, not for the 20th, but for the 30th. That's what you got. That's what you're looking for there, Shib. And the next game after that.
I was just hoping. I mean, the only reason I kind of like care about the plot, other than like legitimately seeing where it goes, because I have no fucking idea what they're gonna do, is I just want to see the What Ends With You characters. Yeah, I'm also interested in all this Zora shit now. Like,
yeah.
As for whatever they do, like, it doesn't really have any standing on me. Like, they could just do whatever, and I would be neutral either way, whether it was a good or bad decision in the long run. If they get away from Disney, though, and then Nomura can actually do shit he wants to do, because it seems like Disney's kind of got him by the balls right now, then I would prefer that.
Yeah, personally.
I feel like KH3 ended up the way it did largely because of Disney, so I feel like we could get better games in the long run if they started moving away from Disney. As much as it sucks because the series was built upon Final Fantasy plus Disney, but I mean, he already axed Final Fantasy characters and only brought them back after everybody complained, so I mean, if he could get away with Disney, then whatever you got to do.
Do what you got to do there, Buster. Well, yeah, that's anything to add else on MOM. All I could say is it's a fun game.
It'll be on sale in 3 months by then.
Yeah, get it in 3 months if you haven't already. Don't pay $60
it's one of those things that like there have been other games that remind me of this where it's like it'll come out, it's like a full price thing, and other people will be like, look, if you do one playthrough of this game and you beat it in 6 hours, then like obviously like it's not worth your money. But if you're like me and you put 100 hours in because of the replayability, then it's totally worth it. One of those things. It's difficult with this when I'm just looking at such a weird mix of like there's definitely like polish and production value in terms of just like having the game run well and be put together and the UI is slick and everything looks nice and it's really good, but it's also just made up of all this old shit and just doesn't have a lot going for it outside of just that. So it's hard for me to even justify like, okay, well if you spend 150 hours in it, then it'll be worth it. But I just wait. It's also not like the most like, oh my god, this game's fucking so good. You gotta play like right now, you know.
You know, you can get for half the price of that game.
A lot of things.
Bug snacks.
You can also get bug snacks. Don't tell me about bug snacks.
You already get for half the price of that game like a few months ago. All the Persona dancing games.
You can all for half the price. You could also get every other Kingdom Hearts game.
To be fair, I'd much rather play fucking Melody Memory than the Persona.
Oh, I don't blame you. P5D is probably the best iteration of them all, and it still sucks. Rhythm games are fucking weird. One way or another, friends, if you haven't already, get it when it's on sale, baby. Woo! Anyways,
I mean, Cage 3 was like not even 6 months after, it was like $20. So this game's got a sale soon.
Side note, just to catch up a little bit. Earlier, Matsta4456 subscribed for 1 month at tier 1.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. And Stamina J with 20 months at tier 1.
God damn. That's too many months. you ain't gotta keep pressing that sub button.
Alrighty. Let's head into the weeks. Bloody Biscuits. How's your week been?
I got kind of blown up on Twitter.
Oh yeah.
We started with that. We went on our tangent with
you got blown up on Twitter, and then we talked about MOM for about an hour and a half. So what else?
That long?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I played MOM, but yeah, getting blown up on Twitter was. I mean, yeah, it was pretty not fun time.
KH is not that serious, friends.
Well, I mean, like, I don't know. It's I've gotten blown up over like smaller shit.
Yeah.
But like, or what was it? Not even actually. No, I've gotten blown up over like other dumb shit that I've said before. But like, it felt like really weird this time around looking back at it, because like, I don't know, what I said was like relatively mild. Like I was literally just like, the game has no, or what is it? This series has no semblance of storytelling, and that was enough for people to like. God, it like some people legit were just like, leave the series, like leave the series. It's okay. Like you don't have to stick around. Like we promise. Like it's okay if you didn't like any game since 2006, which is like, I can't believe that that's like a standard thing. Like or that like people are allowed to just say that sort of shit. Like just leave the series, like just get out, and nobody fucking bats an eye at it.
It's elitism. It's just the sense of like we've been in it for so long. It's like when people talk about it's like when they're really prideful over the fact that they've seen like 600 animes, even though like normal people will watch like 30 and over a few years and be like, yeah, these are pretty good. When it becomes more about like how many they've watched, and that dictates their opinions and like why they're better. It just makes me think of that, where it's just like, oh, we've been in it for so long, and we've cared for so much, and like we've appreciated, what has happened with the story, regardless of its fault or anything like that. So, therefore, I'm better than you. Blah blah blah. Can't have your opinion. Go fuck yourself. It's a lot. It feels like a lot of that. In terms of like just them viewing their time and investment as something that they need to protect because they feel like your words are like, when people encounter issues of buyer's remorse. It's like a very nuanced version of that, in the sense of just like, I'm so invested that I don't want anyone to criticize this thing because I don't want to feel like I have to doubt any of my opinions about something that I've cared so much about my entire life about for like 15 years. right?
It's like,
and it's just like
it's like, dude, it's like one of those things where, like, I've watched a lot of fucking anime in my life. I've read a select amount of manga, but it's like Shib's probably watched more, and he probably is fucking like read 100 times the amount of manga I've ever read. Right? I'm not gonna. It's not one of those things where I still will bash Shib for a shitty show if he likes it. I don't care.
Yeah.
But he'll do the same to me. It's just like you can't fucking. It's so dumb to sit on your high horse like that and look at every other opinion and be like, that's wrong. This is false. You are stupid. You do not know anything. Leave. It's dumb. Stupid show.
It's just like the more it's
they all just sit in their little fucking echo chamber and they listen to no one but themselves all day and they sniff their own fucking farts. It's like, I don't know who any of these people are, but I was reading some of these replies because I saw this shit popping off on Twitter. I was like, wow, these people are actually insane. Like,
yeah,
like what the fuck is wrong with these people, dude? Like, they're like, this guy is just a fucking asshole. He doesn't bring any valid criticisms. It's like, how do you determine what is and is not a valid criticism on an opinion based thing? Like, you all fucking sound so stupid.
A lot of it too is I think it's just like weird kids who just don't fucking understand how to communicate online, or just a lot of people don't understand the community online in general, or just have bad habits from Twitter, where it's like,
I'm about to go on there.
Someone said something that made a general statement about something that I don't agree with. That's very personal to me. Okay, well, I'm going to go on their profile. Oh, this person has a lot of followers and associates himself with Kingdom Hearts. Well, that makes me that has created an enemy that I must defeat because he's penetrating my beautiful fandom, and he's not going to say.
So now I have to quote retweet them, and I have to publicly shame them in front of everybody, and just write 3 different, like, oh my god, this guy is crying. This guy just going on a tirade rant about how he hates Kingdom. Like, who the fuck? Who's ranting here? Who's crying again? Because it's not like it's you, dude. God.
I mean, you can go the fucking. I mean, you can go the HMK route if you want to start like sicking people. But no.
Dude, I've gotten like 400 followers on Twitter over the past couple months, right? And I know majority of them are all KH fans. They don't want me to go in on that. I'll lose followers.
It's weird to me. It's weird to me that, well, one of the other big things is that that I got multiple times from different people was that I wasn't making any attempt to engage with the story. Like, I guess the assumption is that I was immediately writing it off. Like, I wasn't even attempting to understand what could be there. And
but that's as engaged as it.
No. See, that's
deep for you.
No, it's that bullshit. It's that bullshit of, well, okay. When I played fucking Star Fox Zero, I was like, from the moment I picked up the controller and started playing Star Fox Zero to the point I put it down, which was a good like 22 or so hours later, over the course of a couple weeks. I was like, from the moment I started, the moment I ended, I was like, this control scheme is bad. This game is dog shit. Go fuck yourself. And there were so many fucking replies, but basically amounted to, well, you're not playing it right. Right? It's just, it was literally just a matter of like, you are not playing it with the same mindset that I had going into it. Therefore, your opinion is incorrect because I had a good time with the game. Therefore, the control scheme is not bad. Therefore, you are wrong. And so it's literally a matter of, well, I didn't enjoy the story. I didn't feel, well, you just didn't connect with it because so, but that doesn't, no, I watched the cutscenes and I listened to the characters talk. It was bad. And
well, it's
don't make up a lot of general statements in order to throw you under the bus for that because they just everything their own way.
Specifically, it would be shit like, oh, so like, you know, you're just like, obviously it sounds weird the first time that you go through it, but like maybe if you like went by a second time and actually tried to understand what might be there. And I'm like the quintessential error here is that like for a lot of fans, if the game isn't conveying whatever message it's trying to convey well enough, then it's just going to go in one ear and out the other. It's going to go completely over our heads if you're not doing a good job telling your story, if you're doing a good job storytelling. Like, I don't know, fucking random example. There are a bunch of people that were like, oh, Kairi froze up when Terranort went in to slash her at KH3 because she has PTSD or something. Like she has built up trauma from back in the day, and that's why she freaked out. And it's the same reason that Aqua froze up, because she has PTSD and shit like that. Even though for a lot of us, they were literally just sitting there, just doing fucking nothing and just like looking scared because they were going to get hit by something. And if you really want to go that route, that they are experiencing some sort of trauma, it was the same thing with Melody Memory. Like at the very beginning, she has like this migraine or whatever, and then she has that flashback with the whole Xehanort shit. Mm-hmm. And apparently that's supposed to be some sort of like mental trauma that she's experiencing. And it's like, if she's experiencing mental trauma, then you need to like actually commit to that sort of thing. If that's the story that you want to tell, it has to be pretty goddamn crystal clear that she's experiencing some sort of trauma. I'm not going to go off some sort of what if-ism, like, oh, maybe she had trauma because, you know, she had like this weird, she clutched her head and she was like, and it hurt, and there was a flashback. But like, you have to like very crystal, like you have to tell your story. You have to story tell.
Even if that's,
I'm not going to go off what if-isms.
Even if that's what you gain from it, even if you can watch a certain scene and you can get something, whether intentional or not, out of it in that way, that's fine. But when people will go out of their way to say, well, you just didn't understand because in this scene, what this actually meant was, and I'm like, where, okay, well, if you're going to explain it to me in that way, then you better fucking bring out at least bring out your fucking Ultimania article or some shit. Because the other, like, if you're going to present it in that way and say, well, you didn't get it because it's this, I'm like, well, no, it's just your it's the difference between your interpretation, even, like, your personal interpretation.
Even if Nomura himself whipped his cock out or whatever and was just like, oh, by the way, that's what this scene was supposed to mean.
It's still done badly. But I'm just saying, it's still done badly. I'm just saying, like, when people use that, like, use their own interpretations of something as a way to justify
they literally use their own deeper interpretations of some sort of story, and they're immediately just like, that's what this means, you just aren't connecting with it like I did, like the amount of effort that I put into it. And it's like, if you get some sort of deeper meaning in the story that way, that's fine. If you enjoy it that way, that's fine. But if other people aren't connecting with the story, it's not because they're lazy. It's not because they didn't put in enough time like you did to find some sort of deeper meaning within the story. It's because the story didn't connect with them for extremely valid reasons, because the story doesn't do a very good job of conveying its fucking messages, because it doesn't do a good job of telling a story in the first place. That's the problem. That is valid. That's valid. That's a valid experience. So when people come out and they're just like, I didn't like the storytelling, or I really feel like the storytelling has gone off the deep end because Kairi is being benched for the fucking third time, even though they've been hyping her up for like 3 or 4 games to actually do something or change as a character through her training. And guess what? Nothing fucking happened in her own fucking game. You think that people are going to be upset? That's pretty fucking reasonable. Like that's build up for like literally no reason, just for us to sit and wait and hope, oh, maybe in the next game she'll be cool, even though she wasn't cool in this game, even though she was supposed to be. It's like, it's just so frustrating, dude. I can't believe that people I can't believe that this is just like a generally accepted thing.
Well, I think about like what people are capable of putting up with, but then I remember the comments, because the series has gone on for so long, now the comments have shifted to, oh, well, it was always bad in this way, so you can't, criticize. Like, you just end up with that route. So it's like, you just can't, there's no winning. There's no actual conversation.
My big thing is, like, when people talk about how, like, you're not invested, it's like, buddy, if I wasn't invested, I would have left the story. I would have gone to another series years and years ago. But I'm still here. The investment's there.
If we were still playing and we weren't invested, we would just tell you.
Yeah, exactly.
We would just say it.
Right?
Like, it's not like we're hiding it. Like, if we don't give a shit, like, we can still play the game. Whatever.
We've been playing the game for fucking years, and at this point, we want to see what the fuck they're gonna do, right? But when it's poorly executed, as what BB is saying, it's glaring to us. And maybe to others, yeah, sure. If they want, like as Shib was saying, if they want to live in an echo chamber, only listen to themselves and people that have the same exact opinions and sniff their own fucking farts. Yeah, all right, have your fucking fun, dude. Have a good time. I'm gonna choose not to and listen to all opinions on the matter. If somebody in chat it really enjoys it and like can get a deeper meaning out of it, hey man, good shit. You got it, baby. I ain't about that. But
don't fucking turn around and talk to me and say, "Well, you didn't listen to and watch the story the correct way." No, fuck
the fuck I did. I watched the cutscenes before the goddamn game come out. The fuck?
Like everybody here fucking watched all the fucking cutscenes. Some of us have read every single fucking secret report that's out there. Maybe we didn't read all the fucking Ultimania and shit, but it's like we have definitely delved into the story and we're invested and we care about it.
Yeah.
But we come out with a different opinion than you. And it's not because like, oh, we just want to trash on it. No, it's because the game does a pretty lackluster job of trying to convey any sort of story whatsoever through either character development or some sort of interesting forward momentum in any of your games, or any like conveying your themes in any sort of meaningful way outside of just some dude fucking shot a beam out of his keyblade. That means like, you know, friendship and other, I don't know. That means they had a connection with Kairi and that's their physical they needed to get back their sigil from Xemnas to get their representation of friendship, the Days Trio. They needed to get their physical representation of friendship that Xemnas stole away from them. Otherwise, they couldn't be friends anymore? Question mark? Like, what? What the fuck?
I'm
like,
sorry,
if you're gonna
you
go that route,
lost our friendship symbol.
If you're gonna go that route, you literally went about it in the most like what the fuck way possible. You think people are not gonna sit there and be like, yeah, that's kind of stupid. I didn't really connect with that on an emotional level.
I'm sorry, Shion. You lost your friendship sigil. You can no longer smoke weed with us.
You're not a part of the cool club. Like, no.
Get out of the hideout now.
Listen, all we need.
Vince kicks her out immediately, puts a "No Girls Allowed" sign on the front.
All we need, you know what to solve all this is if you could virtually shove someone in a locker and shove all these goddamn nerds up on Twitter.
I'm telling you, dude.
Just reply to all of them with a picture.
I'm telling you, dude. I'm not kidding you. The bully nerf of 2010 is one of the most terrible things that ever happened in this world. I'm telling y'all, people would shut the fuck up a lot more. Got bullied and some shit.
Bro, I want every reply to these people just to be a bunch of images of that guy pushing the nerd into the locker and just post it just every time, every single one.
I apologized because I wanted to take the high road, and yeah, that's why I did it. Like even if it wasn't fucking warranted, I still wanted to take the high road in this situation. Since you know nobody else is gonna come out and be like, "Hey, that was our bad." Like, no, they're never gonna fucking do that.
No, Shib, you agree with me? The bully patch in 2012 was the worst. The 2010 was the worst thing ever.
Absolutely, it was so unbalanced, dude. They literally never picked. That was like the final StarCraft 2 patch, where they just said, "Fuck it, we're done.
We're out of here, bro." Like
shit's
like,
broken. Like, nah, fuck it.
I'm telling y'all, if they would have bullied them motherfuckers, if people would have got bullied a little bit more, they'd shut the fuck up and start listening a little bit more. But no, we can't shove people in the lockers anymore and tell people they're fucking nerds, or else get upset, get mad, start crying on Twitter or some shit.
Fucking, I don't even remember what I was gonna say. I don't know.
Bring back bullying 2021. Look, man, it's literally just people. I don't know. People just go way too far in the deep end on this shit, and I've said it once, I'll say it 1,000 times. Cage is not that serious. It's
well, I can't believe that. Well, I mean, I guess I shouldn't be so surprised, but it's just like it's such a mild take that I threw out, and that was enough for so many people to just fucking jump off the deep end.
Yeah, that's. I just like, what did he even say? Like, I say way more outlandish shit like on my stream. I'm lucky I don't have that many people following me because people would be losing their fucking minds. I just get mad at a game and I just start cursing out the developers and talking about it's the worst game I've ever played in my life. And people are like, well, yes, you can't hate this game. It's like, I don't really hate the game, I'm just mad. But if someone tries to tell me while I'm mad that I can't be mad, then I get even more mad and I just personally attack them.
It's true. That's very true. Y'all never played League of Legends with shit before. Open arms if they heard shit. Oh god, shit would be like trending on Twitter. The local Kingdom Hearts streamer says that Square Enix doesn't know what they're doing, and the whole community is a bust.
Well, I guess it probably at that point it probably has to do with like the amount of clout that I have, the amount of reach that I have. Like if
I can never have that much clout because I just want to be able to say dumb shit when I'm
like. I think it's the fact that they saw a very general statement, like a very very generalized statement that they can take whatever they want from it and run with it, and then they would check on your account and say, oh, he's a KH guy with a lot of followers. Well, I have to do my duty for the community. You know, there's a lot of that bullshit. Because I think they really do. It's those situations where it's like, oh, this guy can't be influential. And
why can't they just be like the Fairy Tail community? Someone tells me Fairy Tail sucks, and I'm just the Chad guy, and I'm like, I know.
Sure, I never met anyone except for you that's ever given a shit about Fairy Tail. So all I can think of is that image of like, don't fuck with us Fairy Tail fans. We don't exist.
It's literally me, dude, and like one other guy. And everyone's like, Fairy Tail fucking sucks. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty true.
Yeah, I've heard it.
Like, it's one of those things where if you start hearing Shib say the word knuckle dragging, you're just like, oh, hey, he's gone. He's pissed. Knuckle dragging Square Enix developers, motherfuckers don't know what they're goddamn doing, motherfuckers.
Like, imagine if the Cage community on Twitter could be like Chad blonde meme guy and just like, hey, Cage has dumb story, you know. Instead they're fucking crying, dude. They're little teens.
They actually
not like, that, dude. Stop making fun of it. You just don't understand. What? Come on, guys. Stop making fun of Kingdom Hearts. It's really cool.
This is where us, the blonde-haired Chad, shoves them into a fucking locker. Shut up, nerd. Dude, ever since you said that, I can't get the image of just somebody just pushing, get in the locker. Fucking do it. I can't get the fucking image of just some, like, because when we were kids, that image of like a bully, the guy that wears like a fucking like Tommy Hilfiger shirt, the pop
varsity jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, he's got the gel up, but he fans up his bangs. Give a lock. What are you doing, dude? Give me lunch money.
Shut the hell up, you. What? I would be so upset if I had people typing paragraphs in my mentions about a children's video game, dude. I'd fucking lose it. I don't know how you deal with it.
I gotta find this style, dude.
And then I would have doubled down and said maybe if y'all would spend half as much time playing the games as you did arguing about them on Twitter, y'all could kill Sephiroth. So that'll be a level 99 on beginner. Get the fuck out of my mentions.
Oh, shit. Well, anyway. BB, was there anything else going on in your week? Or?
Not really, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, I'm sorry that happened to you, though.
Yeah.
I don't know
what they be doing to you.
Unfortunately, I don't know like what even to say because like it's been like this for so long. It seems. I doubt it'll change. It's like I don't know what it needs. Like the community needs to change. I literally have no idea.
The only reason that this particular instance stands out for me is because I said like just the most mild thing possible. Like I've said worse things and like I've gotten called out for it, and it's like, yeah, that shit's probably warranted. But like this was just so fucking mild. Yeah. I legitimately can't believe that people's like Kingdom Hearts egos can be shattered that quickly. Just like yeah, I get it. Like fucking. Like, I think it's cool the direction they're going with Melody of Memory. Like, that's fine. I saw the storytelling that they went with, and immediately I'm just like, oh yeah, there it is again. The fairy godmother. They just kind of threw her in. They're just like, oh, by the way, she's just actually just the coolest person ever and knows how to solve our problem instantly without any issue.
This is also this is series that didn't have the
fucking from KH1 because it's back.
This is what we need to start.
This is the same series that had the balls to finally give Yitzhak a cool moment, and they don't even go, "Hey, we've been talking about how he used to be a Keyblade wielder this entire time. No, he's just gonna put up a big wall and stand there." And he's like, "Go." It's like you had your chance. you had your moment.
We need to start gelling up our
anytime
hair.
There's something cool, it's like, nah, that's dumb. Even though we've like talked about it, like, no, we're not going to show that. But don't worry, the fairy godmother. Even though the fairy godmother just stood around cracked out with her eyes all wide in the first game, just like, oh, my world was lost too. Like, apparently she can just do this quadratum shit. All right, whatever, dude.
And I then fucking
animals out of those little
people coming out and saying, oh my god, Kairi's having so much development right now. Like she has like all of this, you know, all this stuff going on because she keeps on getting rejected and she's like not good enough. I'm like, where the fuck did you? I did not see that.
Y'all ever read a book? Y'all ever watch a movie? Y'all ever see like a story where like a character goes from like one thing to another? Because holy shit!
Bro, she had to literally turn into Sora to beat Xehanort. She literally just physically turned into.
She got told off. She got told off, and then she was just like, "Oh, I'm sad now because I'm not good enough." And she's like, "Okay, I want to go train with Matt." It's like Kairi, the character, wants to do stuff. And the entire, not even characters, the entire story is just like, no, you're not allowed. You just, no girls allowed. No Kairi allowed. Like, at every, like, no other character in the entire game is treated like her. But she specifically is constantly given the fucking shaft where she's just not able to do anything. And she constantly has to go through these fucking stupid training arcs in order to be of worth somewhere. It's like, when you keep on doing that over and over and over again, yeah, I'm gonna sit there and be like, that's really dumb. That is some half-baked bullshit that you keep on serving me over and over and over again. And after a while, I'm gonna notice it. I'm gonna call you out on it. It's like people notice that shit. It's not good.
Get in the locker.
We need to start gelling up our hair, cracking our knuckles a little louder, right in the microphone. Be like, "What the fuck are you all doing, huh?"
Varsity jackets too.
Oh yeah, right, you're right.
It's not even about like combat shit or anything. It's like literally just like a character goes from point A to point B and changes. Like she's not even allowed to do that, dude.
Nope. He said, "How about another training arc?"
Characters haven't been able to have like actual moments.
Hey, Kairi, let's slow down this whole talk of doing stuff. All right, how about you go train with Aqua 10 more years? Check back in 2030, see if you're ready to fight something.
Whatever. Anyways, Dax, how was your week? Well, a couple weeks. You were muted.
Yeah, Windows Disable setting I never heard of, and I said, haha, fuck you, and I turned it off, and now my shit good, so hey, so that's cool.
I did do that with my TV, because every time I pressed the PlayStation button on my PS5, it would switch to my monitor.
Oh, fine.
So I was like, I want this to stop.
No, not a lot's going on the last we in the last couple weeks or so, I had a quick trip to go see April, which was really nice. So we got to spend a little time out there for a few days. Not a lot.
Did you eat chicken?
Eat chicken? Got some fucking. We eat some
Bojangles
burgers. No.
Do you have Bojangles where you live?
We do, but I don't go to it. I have better shit.
Oh, you would have went to Bojangles while you were there.
Why would we go to What's so special about Bojangles?
Where does she live? South Carolina? Isn't it like huge there?
Yeah, we were in Charlotte.
Oh, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where the Bojangles Stadium is, isn't it?
I don't
they
know.
Have, like their sports arena is the Bojangles Stadium, dude.
That's news to me. Yeah. Aside from that, not a. Oh yeah, she said it's not. So about that.
Listen.
Finally watched when I was there with her. She watched Your Name with me, which I had not seen, which is very good.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
Nah, it was a very good movie.
Now you gotta watch Weather.
I don't know. I might. Like I mainly because like this one, I was like, oh, it's like I don't know, it's like Freaky Friday, but it's sad. Like that sounds cool. I'll watch it whenever. And then I found out it's like, oh, it's about like a comet and all this other cool shit. And I'm like, oh, that's neat. And so like I was way more interested in it than I thought it'd be.
Yeah, Your Name is great.
We watched that. Started watching the show. She's already seen all of it, but I thought I'd heard of it, and I thought my dad told me about it, but apparently that was completely fabricated in my brain. We were watching this show called The Good Place, which is fucking oh my god, it's so fucking good.
Got Anna from Frozen in there, right?
Yeah, it's got it.
I literally don't remember her name.
Kristen. Wait, I keep doing this. I keep mixing up Dunst and Bell. It's one of those two.
Dunst is fucking Spider-Man girl.
Thank you. Dude, I'm terrible with names. I don't know the fucking actors.
I see her face and I'm just like, oh, that's Anna from Frozen.
Ted Danson as Michael, though, is like my absolute favorite character. The casting in that show is fantastic, but Ted Danson fucking steals it absolutely. But no, that show's great. The premise changes a lot, and there's 4 seasons. It finished January of this year. It's completely done, wrapped up. I'm like halfway through season 4 right now, like the last one. I'm still loving it. Hasn't been in a bad episode, but the general premise at the start is that a woman basically wakes up in the afterlife and is greeted by this guy. Basically, you can just think of him as an angel or whatever, Michael, and he's like, hey, so you're dead, but don't worry, you were a very wonderful, special, good person on Earth, so you are in the good place, and there's a good place and a bad place, but you're in the good place. And they have all their kind of gags and whatnot with it, and all this other shit. And you basically find out in the first episode, she realizes like when she's been played a bunch of memories of her doing this like all this crazy charity work in foreign countries and doing like foreign aid and relief, and it's just this wonderful goody person. And you end up finding out that it was complete, like they got her name right, but they didn't get anything else. So she's actually not supposed to be there, and she's like this horrible piece of shit person. And basically in like who somehow got in heaven by accident and now has to like keep her identity on lock, or else they're gonna like find her and possibly send her to the bad place. And it goes in all sorts of shit, and it goes into very different directions, but it's a fucking treat to watch, and I would highly recommend it. It's very good. I don't know if it's on anything other than Netflix, but it is on there. I think it's considered a Netflix series or whatever, like most of that shit. So I don't know, but it's very good. And let's see, The Good Place. Trying to think of other stuff that's really stood out for me the last few weeks. Been playing, like we said, I'm playing some Melody Memory. Still playing Hades. Good ass game. Still doing that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna be doing a bunch of cleaning around this house and doing a whole bunch of like kind of not renovating but reorganizing and all sorts of furniture moving and shit upstairs pretty soon. So I mostly have that on deck this week. But yeah, I don't know, shit.
Hell yeah.
Woohoo. What about you, Shib?
I finished the BBS plat, and then I took a day off because I finished BBS. And I was gonna do KH2 before Melody Memories came out because I had like 2 days, and I was like, I could do this in one day, and then I just ended up not doing it. And then Melody Memories came out, and I just been playing that.
Hey, you're done with it now, though. You're done with that. Though.
Got the platinum trophy. Ain't gotta play it. Worried about it no more.
What percentage were you when you completed it?
I think I'm like the 18th person to get it.
Okay, all right. You can put that in your Twitter bio. I'll dab you for that one.
Are you gonna have to do what you did with the Xbox stuff before? So you got to do it on the other 2 consoles.
What consoles?
You know, Xbox and Switch.
It's not on Xbox, is it?
Yeah, it's on all 3.
I thought it was only on Switch and PS4.
No, it's on Xbox.
Oh. Pretty sure.
Well,
right?
Switch doesn't have in-game achievements.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. We'll get it on Xbox. Do it all over again.
Media memory. Holy shit, it is on Xbox. Holy shit. Yeah. I legit thought that it was only on PS4.
I didn't think it was on Xbox. I have not heard anyone say the words Melody Memories on Xbox.
Whenever I saw the artwork promo with all the box arts, it would have the 3. That's how I've been seeing it for a while.
I saw it Xbox.
Yeah, fuck that. Like, that plat was actually terrible. I was hoping that would be like a quick one. Once I started it, I was like, oh, it's a fucking rhythm game. I can plat this in like a day or 2, and then I'll be back on the KH2. And nope, it's actually probably the worst plat in the series. It's a toss-up between that and Recom for me. That thing took for fucking ever.
It's actually fucked up. I hate that.
Yeah, but now it's over. And I got a PS5. 3 of them, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
3.
I want to hear about your week and what happened with...
Well, I mean, I ordered my first one forever ago, and then I was just sitting there, and then I think J Hobbs was talking in one of these servers. Me and Adam or Timothy are in, and then he's like, "Yeah, I'm going to try to get a PS5. Walmart's posting them at 3." And I looked, and they literally had a thing that was like, "Hey, we're going to start selling PS5s at 3 o'clock, so be ready." I was like, I could get another one and fucking give it to my brother for Christmas or some shit. I don't know. And so I did not get one on Walmart, but because that shit was like hell. But I randomly opened the Sony website while all that shit was happening with Walmart, and it was like, "Hey, sign in to buy a PS5." And I was like, "All right." And I just signed in and bought one. And other like Nick H had to get one, and he got put into a virtual line, and it was like 18 minutes in line, and I literally went in after him and just bought one, and then checked out and got it, and I was just like, okay. I don't know what happened there. And then my Target one was supposed to show up Sunday, which it did, and then the other one was supposed to come today. But at like 8 this morning, I got another one from Target, and then my other one came from Sony later after that. So now there's 3 of them. I literally just sent me 2. Like, Target just sent me another one. There was no tracking for it. There's no receipt in the box. It's literally just a box with a PlayStation 5 in it. And I was like, what the? Where did this come from? So I'm waiting to. They haven't charged me for it either. I'm waiting to see if they're gonna like charge me or ask for it back or something. But so far they haven't done anything. They literally just. I don't even know if they know it exists.
Again, like there's nothing. Like I said earlier, there's nothing on your shit. So it's like I think that thing's gonna be. I mean, obviously, like give it some time if you need to, but like I think that thing's yours.
Yeah.
Like they fucked up.
I want to just check my emails for like the next 2 days, see if they try to like, because I mean I haven't even got charged for it. So like if they never end up charging me for it, like what
if
the
they
fuck?
call you and be like, "Hey, did we send you a PS5?" You just like, "No, fuck." You sent me this one that I ordered. I got it. And you're like, "Yeah, but we sent you another." No, you didn't. The fuck you mean you sent another PS5? It's got to play dumb.
Yeah, I mean, there's tracking on it, but there's no receipt. So, like, that PlayStation doesn't technically exist. So, there's no, like, proof that they ever sent it to me besides that they mailed it to my house. And, like, I could just say I never got it. I really wanted to.
Well, bottom line, they can't just like they're not going to fucking call the cops and make them come get it. Like it's in your hands. They can't do shit.
Yeah, the only thing they'll do is like they can charge me for it though. Like they can say send it back or we're going to charge you. That's pretty much all they can do. And if they do that, then I'm just going to sell it for retail price anyway to someone and like make my money back at least.
I guess it's just my luck because I mean I've had plenty of times over the years from different places where I would accidentally get like an extra of something or whatever, and I've never once got. Granted, I mean it wasn't a fucking new $500 console or anything like that, but still never had anyone like I never had or seen any business have the balls to be like, hey, I know we gave you that thing by accident, but if you don't give it back, we're gonna fucking take that money.
What? Like, wait, I literally that's literally happened to me.
I know
like,
you were mentioning it before the cast. Yeah. That's why I was surprised.
Amazon sent me a double order once, and then they said you can either keep it and we're gonna charge you, or you can send that shit back because you're not getting it for free.
Yeah,
it was like a $200 pair of headphones and a $120 mouse. And I sent it back because I didn't want two of them, but. I guess I guess technically that was illegal of them to do.
Mm-hmm. I mean, according to this, when those unsolicited goods or services are provided to a person, the person has a right to accept the goods or services as a gift and not bound to return to the goods or services. Goods or services are not considered to have been solicited until the recipient specifically requested it. Demanding repayment or for unsolicited goods constitutes an unfair or deceptive act or practice in trade or commerce for the purposes of applying Consumer Protection Act.
I mean, I literally got another one of those mice though, like, so I still have it here wrapped in the box, like the Logitech Pro wireless.
How much you want for that? How much you want for that?
I have to use it now because my other mouse just broke.
Fuck!
I've literally just been sitting in the box wrapped. I was like, whenever my mouse breaks, I'll use that one because I just bought like a different mouse already. He did solicit. Yeah, like I mean, I did buy a PS5, but. I didn't buy two of them.
Wait,
I mean, I would have, but they don't let you. Like, you literally aren't allowed to order more than one at a time. They're just like, here you go.
Yeah. Sure.
So, I don't know. That shit showed up in... I thought it was just the other one, but then it had, like, Target tape all over the box. So I was like, that's not right. Jeff Bezos owes me $6,000, so tell that motherfucker to pay up before I beat his bald-ass head in with a rock.
Fair, 100%.
Yeah, I transferred all my shit to my PS4, done the PS5. Now I have to make a new profile to do the marathon though, because I'm gonna do the rest of it on PS5. But you can't transfer profiles that aren't connected to PSN, so I can only move my main account over.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not that big of a deal. I played Astro's Playroom for like 5 minutes, and then I was like, I just want to play Demon's Souls. So I played Demon's Souls today. I was streaming that after I finished Melody of Memories. It's fun. It's Demon's Souls. I've only played Demon's Souls once, and it was so long ago. I don't remember that much about the game, but I'm enjoying it so far. I'm having a fun time. It's been a while since I played Souls 1.
Hell yeah.
And other than that, just reading mangas still.
Which read?
I just read the weekly shit. I'm trying to catch up. I'm trying to catch up back on One Piece.
Oh, there he goes.
Like, I have weekly shit that I just read whenever the chapters come out, and then I have like usually one series that I read in my extra time when I'm not reading those. And right now it's back on One Piece.
Fair.
And then after that, I'm gonna go on hiatus hell. I'm just gonna read Hunter x Hunter and Berserk back to back, so I can just go wait in hiatus forever for those series.
All right. Well, yeah. That it?
Yeah, that's about it.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll talk to my mind.
I'm streaming a whole bunch. Yeah, did that.
Yeah. Streaming when I can, because sleep schedule's been fucked. And if I stream, Bloody Biscuits is streaming, and that means the number go down. We don't like that. So when I'm up earlier, I've been trying to stream during the day before Mr. Lord Biscuits goes live. And
why are you gonna make me sound like a bad guy?
What? You're not.
You are? What do you mean, dude? You saw Twitter? He is the bad guy.
Yeah, you're right, dude. No. You're not a bad guy, but just theoretically speaking, just logically speaking, if I stream at the same time as you, my viewers are going to see Bloody Biscuits and go bye Asa. So I'm going to try to avoid that at all costs.
Bye Asa.
Exactly. The only time that doesn't happen when we're doing a co-op, and we didn't do one this week, so we're chilling. But by nighttime hits about 10 p.m., 11 p.m., I usually get in my Discord and play League of Legends for legitimately 7 hours.
Yeah, you need some help. You need some milk.
Fuck you. 1. 2. I don't know, man. I need something else to do. Like give me something else to do.
You could plat Melody of Memories, dude.
No. I'd rather all I want to do is just all I want to do in Melody Memories is play the songs I like, full clear the songs.
Too bad you gotta unlock the songs.
Okay, I'll unlock the songs. That doesn't matter. I'll beat the game and unlock all the songs. But the songs that I like, I'll full clear them. All the shit, and then after that, I'm good. I'll come back to the songs I like later. I'm not like you. I don't see a Void Platinum trophy and think to myself, I gotta get that.
I wish I could live life like y'all.
You know how many Platinum trophies I have, Shib? Guess.
Probably less than 10.
None.
The fuck?
I don't even have a Platinum trophy on Tekken.
Fighting games usually have pretty hard plats, I think, though.
I have 1 achievement left. I just don't feel like doing
it. What is the achievement?
Hold on, I'll tell you in a second, because it was the last achievement I got on Steam. Beat Akuma in arcade battle or a special team battle in treasure battle.
You just had to beat Akuma.
Yeah, that's it. I just didn't want to do it. Why?
Dopamine.
I don't need it. I do not care. But yeah, so my night times I've been just kind of been playing League. It's been fun. I don't know. I've got a good I've been playing with my IRLs, a couple of IRLs and like a couple of just online friends and like people from my Discord that just want to come play. It's a revolving door. That's why I stream there all the time. So if anybody can go in and just come say hey, shit talk real quick and leave. I really don't care. I've been enjoying it. And then usually I started streaming Melody of Memory. Been playing Kunimitsu on Tekken because my main finally came out on Tekken 7. I had her early before, so I couldn't really talk about it too much before, but now everyone's got it. So yeah, good character, fun. You're gonna have to work really fucking hard to win with her. But that it just be like that sometimes, baby. Fuck else have been doing? Dude, the past 3-4 days, I've been getting enticed on watching clips of old presidents. That's not even a meme. I just been watching clips of Bill Clinton showing up on the Today Show and shit. I don't know, why?
What about our most smart president, George W?
Oh, dude, it's great watching videos of him out of office when he's done, because he's just yeah, I'm glad I'm not there. Woo!
Okay, my favorite W clip is when he's at a golf course, and I don't know, maybe he's getting asked by interviewers about terrorist shit, and he's like, "We will not accept these terrorist attacks. We will not accept these terrorist acts in America. Thank you. Now watch this drive."
Now watch this
and then it cuts to him, and he just whoosh, and he just hits the drive, and all the cameras it's just the most George W. Bush clip I've ever seen in my entire life. Oh my god.
Like, he did so much terrible shit, but that was like the most base thing that ever happened with any president ever.
Now watch this draft.
Now watch this fucking draft.
Dude, like, you know, you learn a lot of shit just by watching a lot of, like, and watching and just making your own assumptions about what's going on in the world and shit like that. Bill Clinton, like, you know, he was president throughout my entire early life, like from 1992 to 2000. Like, I just didn't really pay attention or care, you know, because you're a little kid. Who gives a fuck who the president of the United States is, right? But that dude was smart as shit. The fucking old Arkansas can barely understand what he smells like sounds like he just got done getting his dick sucked. Like,
I did.
Absolutely he did. But that guy was so unbelievable. Like, listen to him talk numbers about economic values of shit, like how everything works together in the country. He understands what he's talking about. Like, it's utterly insane, and you can understand why we ended in like a fucking surplus when he ended his presidency. But, you know, hey, don't listen to Mr. Bill Clinton. That guy's just
that guy got his dick sucked in the Oval Office.
In the Oval Office. Oh, I really need my dick sucked right now. You, come here.
You, come here.
Come here.
I need to fix my phone at 3:30.
I've been watching a lot of Barack Obama clips. That guy was just funny. like hecklers would come out and just be like, "You're a liar," and he's like, "Man, you're ruining my speech. Stop. What are you doing?" George W. Bush, like, George W. Bush, like, never went out. Like, he never did things. Like, golf. Interesting. He played some golf.
Like, no one need to be worried about the terrorist organizations. I'm having my 3-iron.
Having my 3-iron now. I mean, shit. Our current president is doing that as we speak, probably out in the links. So
he literally, they're like, "Yo, you lost the election." He was out golfing. He's like, "No, that's fake news." Fake.
Dude,
fake
remember when that dude threw the shoe at George W?
Yeah, he quit.
It was a clean dodge.
Yeah,
actually clean, dude. That man was probably a champion.
That man was royal guarding like a motherfucker. Royal guard. Yeah.
That man won every game of dodgeball in elementary school. Dude. I'll tell you that much.
Like,
he was like ready for it.
Yeah, he just saw that dude get up with it. He was like, "Oh, that guy's gonna throw that." I mean, goddamn.
He had ultra instinct, dude.
I don't know, but yeah, that's been like a fun thing. It's just kind of like watch like interviews with presidents and shit like that, because I don't know what's gotten over me, why I've been watching this.
My town played basketball with middle schoolers. Is there a video of that? Did he fucking cross them? I would have done. If I ever had the ball against middle schoolers, I'm posterizing those little fucks. Dude. We're gonna learn what nutsack tastes like that day.
I would just love to hear Obama after he crossed up some middle schoolers. Does somebody get a stretcher? This one, he can't walk no more. He got crossed up too damn bad for that one. Man, yeah, but that's been fun part. Watching VTuber clips too, because they're stupid. Well, I'll tell you in Defia why. But other than that, not too much. Chilling, man. Having a good time. I'm setting up like, I prepped up all my cards. I got PSA membership. Dude, okay. Apparently PSA can sell out of their memberships. They can just go, "Yeah, we're out of gold and platinum," which gives you free vouchers on your cards. And when you have bigger bulks, they help you a lot more when you send things out. So you get it at a discounted price, because no matter what, when you send out a bunch of cards, it costs money because you have to pay for the shipping to send that shit out, and you have to pay for it to get sent back. All they're doing is looking at your cards, making sure that they're good, and putting it in cases. They put it in a box, and you pay to send it back. Now, apparently, they can just sell out of their memberships. I looked on the website like 2 weeks ago. The platinum and gold were up. platinum's like $250 a year, and gold is like $140 a year or some shit like that. I was gonna buy the platinum because I have a lot of cards I want to send into PSA. Apparently, they're fucking sold out, and all of the card forms and shit, like all the card forms are like, what the fuck is going on? Why? So that was
probably just have so many now with all the celebrities blowing up with the fucking.
I wouldn't doubt it, honestly.
Yeah.
So,
you know how many jumbo boxes I've seen opened in the past week from like celebrities? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, well, hopefully that trend stops because they're.
Steve Aoki did one last night for charity.
I know.
Some guy got a Charizard.
They got to stop. They got to stop doing this.
Critical got a Snorlax.
I know.
Wacky.
Yeah, and it's annoying on my part because it's like I'm not the biggest, wealthiest man in the fucking world, man. I'm just a collector that likes doing this on the side, so it's a hindrance on me a little bit, which kind of sucks, but you know, whatever. I'll get over it. But I did get the silver membership, which was the last one that was available, so now I'm a lesser human. But yeah, I got a bunch of cards that are set up, ready to get sent out. I've got to make an order, and then hopefully I can get back some good grades. And that's what we'll do. We can do some grading, like PSA returns, like openings on stream. So that's pretty exciting too. So we can, like, if I send in cards, we can know if I got like a 10 or something like that, or like made some big money or some shit. That'd be sick, in my opinion. So yeah. Get ready. It'll be fun.
Jesus fucking Christ, Sham.
What's Sham
do? His tweet.
Wait, where's this tweet? Put it in the Discord.
8 minutes ago. Got it.
I don't have Twitter open. That's a good tweet. That's a good tweet.
Also, I did a glitch in Demon Souls that apparently no one had seen before because someone sent it to Distortion and he watched it on his stream.
What was it?
At the beginning when they throw that rock down the stairs at you, I didn't know that rock was coming. So I just walked up those stairs ready to kick some ass. And then they said, hold this rock. And I just started rolling back down the stairs, and I somehow hit the rock, and I just like went vertical and clipped through the ceiling and onto the next floor. So I was just like, what the fuck? And then I guess Delta clipped it. Someone Payne posted it in Distortion's Discord, and then someone sent it to him, and he watched it on stream. He's like, I don't think it'll save time, but it looks cool.
Oh yeah.
I've just been Mr. Magoo my way through Demon Souls. I literally just randomly press the dodge button to break a barrel or a table that I see, and I dodge 3 enemies that just come out of nowhere. It's literally Mr. Magoo just walking around town, just accidentally doing everything, having everything can happen too.
Well, KZ just replied to me on Twitter, so he has to. That dude that looks like a squish sponge on Twitter replied to him. One way or another. All right. Well, anything else going on in your guys' lives before we go into general gamer news and or questions?
It was under 80 degrees today.
That's wacky.
So that felt pretty nice.
Let's go Florida.
So I went outside and didn't immediately start sweating.
That's crazy.
Only halfway through November.
Yeah.
I'm also getting tired of how small of space now. Now that I can actually like hit the volleyball pretty well, it starts going over the roof a lot.
I see.
And I'm tired of walking to my front yard to get the volleyball.
Suffering from success.
I'm about to buy one of those fucking big ass net things that just catches it for you.
Fair.
I wish cold weather. I'm like, it's fucking November and it still ain't cold here, dude. I'm hoping we have a winter at all at some point, please. I wish I was going to AGDQ next month, but people don't know how to fucking wear masks and stay 6 feet apart, so here we are still dealing with this bullshit.
Yeah, that was another thing I was talking to David about it. I was like, man, GDQ would be next month, man. We'd be able to hang out, chill. Hopefully,
yeah, I was really
hopefully,
looking forward to chilling everyone this year
hopefully,
too.
This vaccine comes through and it's all right. There's still a lot of processes still needs to go through.
Yeah.
But vaccine just came out for the old Roner. That's apparently like 94% effective.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So hey, that's a big positive. Now the only hope is these fucking people vaccinate.
That's the thing, though. They don't.
I know, but here's the thing: even if they don't, hey, whatever. Live and die by your Ronavirus. I will be whenever it comes out. I don't gotta die by your Ronavirus. I'll be chilling.
The good thing is that since everyone, it just continues their lives like nothing is wrong, and that means that they're still going to put up their Christmas lights. So at least I can go drive around and look at Christmas lights on Christmas.
I mean, you can social distance and put up lights on your house. I don't give a shit.
That's the one thing I hope, and I'm going to at some point tweet out. I really hope people like go all out for Christmas. Like everyone went all out for 4th of July. Like if you guys remember 4th of July, like bro, there was goddamn fireworks going on for fucking a week after. Let it be known, if you guys are in more particularly red states, the police were throwing out fireworks just to throw off the illusion that bad things were going off. But 4th of July, if you guys didn't notice, there was just a whole fuck ton of fucking fireworks, more than you'd seen in years when it comes to like holidays and stuff like that. So that's the one thing I hope happens for Christmas, is that people go fucking batshit with their lights and light up the city line with like Christmas lights, because that'd be really cool. I'm a big fan of Christmas. Give me all you got. We still got to get through Thanksgiving though. We started Thanksgiving shopping though.
Thanksgiving shopping.
Well, yeah. Well, my dad always does like a really, really big like Thanksgiving dinner. So we go shopping early just to get the essential shit that we need, which is cool. I'm excited. Hell's yeah. You don't choose me, baby. Anything else going on in the world, man? Or fucking gamer world? I don't know. I can't really think of anything.
Capcom is still dealing with that whole leak fiasco from the ransomware, and so there's already a bunch of stuff coming out from it. Very positive stuff. It's unfortunate that all this shit's being leaked out like this, but we're getting fucking I forget the official title of it, but it's basically the Ace Attorney, but set in like feudal Japan, that had like Sherlock Holmes and shit. Or not feudal, but yeah, it was set like not feudal. Yeah, it's set like several decades in the past and has Sherlock Holmes and everything. And it ended up being like a licensing issue because of the name of Sherlock Holmes. I think literally the Great Ace Attorney is what it's called. Basically in the a lot of the documents are like, yeah, so we're going to bring it over and we can do that because we're going to call him Herlock Sholmes, and then they'll leave us alone and they won't like fuck the game up. They're like, all right, cool. So that's getting fully translated apparently with like full English dub, which apparently be handled by a UK studio, which is interesting. Just hopefully a nice thing in terms of them being attentive to accents and all that, and not wanting to deal with like a 4Kids fiasco or something equivalent. So that's pretty cool. apparently Monster Hunter Rise and Stories 2 are both going to come to PC, which I didn't expect Rise 2 because I figured that would be the Switch exclusive, and then like World 2 would inevitably be the big PC, PS5, Xbox thing. But I guess it's coming to PC as well, apparently. So that's neat. Yeah, there's a bunch of more shit coming out from that. The scary part of all that leak stuff is not even like announcing projects that are upcoming. It's more like they also have everyone's personal information and like addresses and bank statements and like everything. So like that's the
what did they get? How did they get infected with the ransomware?
It was the same people that went after Ubisoft, which they were able to get into Ubisoft no problem because Ubisoft security was apparently like 100 million times worse. Yeah, it's just some fucking hacker people that just went in and got their shit. They've done this before with companies.
Well, they didn't get Marvel 4, so they literally failed.
Yeah.
Try again next time.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with all that. Apparently, there's some other data about some upcoming like shooter that's going for like a mobile game type platform, or like it talks a lot about like how to keep tension with streamers and all that kind of shit. So they're doing like some sort of social multiplayer procedural service, whatever the fuck, I don't know. There's other stuff coming out as we go, but yeah, those are the main things. But generally positive. All the Ubisoft shit was not positive. So I don't know much about coding, but I did find out that apparently the source code for Watch Dogs Legion was leaked out. And what people found, remember when Yandere Dev had his shit leaked and everyone was basically going like, hey, I don't know how coding works, but I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to look like whatever this is. And then you had other people who actually code going, oh, this is bad. Oh, you poor soul, what are you doing? Apparently Legion is coded entirely in a very simple, more visual based programming language that's used to like teach people how programming works. When they fill in the boxes and they drag things around and they connect it with the strings and they do all the like something really basic like that. Apparently it's like that, and that's why the PC versions of their games are always like really weird and not optimized, because they're having to like do the most roundabout shit to process everything, and no matter what you do, the engine is so bogged down by horrible unoptimization and having to like make checks on every single little parameter that it doesn't matter if you have fucking 5 GTX 380s in your fucking system, it's gonna run at 50 FPS like at the best. It's just, oh god, it's so funny. Like I love that shit where people are just able to see the insides and just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, it was really weird, but yeah, so I thought it was pretty funny. But I guess we'll see what happens with all that Capcom shit. But I'm happy about it's Greatest Attorney 1 and 2, completely ported and redubbed and mastered and everything. By the way, those were stuck on the fucking 3DS, so thank God off of that. But it also includes the Ace Attorney 1 through 3 that they already put out from before. Huh?
So the 3DS should have never existed.
3DS was fine. I'm fine with the 3DS existing. I just wish games didn't look so fucking ugly on it. You take a copy of fucking Luigi's Mansion from GameCube, you put it right next to the 3DS port. Like, oh my god, just like I think that shit exemplifies it so much better than anything else.
Did that.
It's so ugly. Like so many games on the system are fucking hideous, and they look amazing when they're upscaled, like in an emulator. Look incredible. Fucking Kid Icarus Uprising absolutely deserves a port. That game's sick and deserves better controls. That game looks awesome. It's really like technically impressive even for the 3DS, but holy shit, 3DS just makes everything fucking ugly. And it's a mobile console, so it's automatically worse because it's not the Game Boy Advance SP. Anything else going on? My gamers?
Not that I can think of. The DualSense is wacky.
I love
playing that Astro's flavor thing, and they was actually using the haptic feedback and all that shit.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe like because I have one. I would have to like try a different one because I'm not settled on the face button at all. I don't like these like whatsoever. They don't feel good. So I'm really concerned that like mine is actually like fucked up because like these, it's not mushy like the PS3, but it's not snappy either, and just like I can't comfortably match with it. Well, I don't like the way they bit. Like I don't like it. I like everything else. I like everything else pretty much overall on the controller. I just don't like the face buttons like compared to a PS4 pad.
That's fair.
Just frustrating because I'm like I want to and I don't
have
know.
the feedback and like the trigger shit was wacky. Like I only messed around with it for like 5 minutes, but there's some crazy shit that they can do.
That shit sounds neat.
It's like they can like put pressure on the triggers. You have to actually like push the fuck out of them to get the triggers to go in. It's like how does it even do that, dude?
I just been using it on my PC. It's great. Love that controller. I'm telling you, for me, it's like the perfect blend of an Xbox One controller and a plate with a PlayStation map on it. Like it's good. That's just my opinion.
No, I agree. Like I like everything about it in that sense, and I think it's like it's really, really nice. I'm just at a point where I'm like I don't know if these face buttons are actually messed up on my pad or if it's like this just weird for me.
I don't know. I haven't had any problems with the buttons so far. I thought I liked them more than I thought I would. I thought the D-pad was gonna feel like shit, but
it feels broken in, doesn't it?
What?
Oh, the D-pad feels broken in. It's weird.
Yeah, some of the all the face buttons aren't like as clicky as the DS4.
No, definitely not. But I'm a fan of them. I will shield the DS5. That's it. Never a PS5 though. I'm not there yet. Anyways, anything else? If not, we can go to questions.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Yakuza came out, but I haven't played it.
I haven't played it either. I might watch the cutscenes for it because that's I like watching the cutscenes for Yakuza, but that's about it on the game for me. We can always bring in Nick A. He'll give us he's been playing the shit out of that game.
Yeah, I haven't played any Yakuza games.
Really? You should. You'd like them.
Yeah, once I get completionist attitude,
start playing some.
They're goofy.
Guilty Gear Plus rollback still going on Plus R.
Yeah, that shit's been doing really well.
Oh yeah, the Yakuza producer did say he wanted to try his hand at Sonic the Hedgehog. I saw that earlier.
The fuck?
I hear something like that from a developer every week. It's like, I'd like to make. I think it would be cool for me. Me, the developer of Bug Snacks, would love to make a Mirror's Edge game. Oh my god, developer of so and so is gonna make a mirror. Like it's always that shit.
Bug Snacks is the greatest game ever. They can make anything they wanted to.
Is Bug Snacks the shit, dude?
Yeah, Vajra Bava started the Bug Snacks community, dude.
Oh, for the speedruns.
No, just for the community in general.
Oh shit! Okay. I want to be part of the Bug Snacks.
Stream said this is the Bug Snacks community, and I'm the community leader.
Safe, dude.
And then he changed it to if she lets bungas beat raw and she's got only snacks and a snack chat, she's a hustler. Respect.
Only snacks. Hate it.
I watched him play. He's been streaming the game. I just watched him play it. Looks like the dumbest shit ever. I don't know why he wanted to play it so bad. He's like tweeting out on Twitter like anybody can hook me up with a Bug Snacks code.
That's that new shit, dude. I don't know. Let's see. We can go to the questions here. Let's see what we got. All right. It's a little bit of what we were talking about earlier, so we can be brief. But Kitty says, "Bro, did you see that Cage Melody Memory shit? It was fucking hilarious. So, do you think the next Kingdom Hearts game is going to be 4 or another side game? My money is on side game. No, side game. Yeah, they're gonna do side game. I mean, technically, they're already kind of in the shit with it. But yeah, it'll be."
Well, why did they make
whatever you consider to be side? Whatever you consider to be side in this series, I guess.
If they made a big thing about it being the 20th anniversary, doesn't that mean it's got to be like a main game?
It doesn't have to be.
Well, then who cares? What are we gonna give Melody of Memories 2? The next, like, what else is there? The next game has to be either Kairi training or Mickey reading books or whatever the fuck's going on with Sora and Riku. There's nothing else to do.
God, I hope it's a read along game for children with Mickey, and you have to play it because there's scenes that's important for KH in it.
And Frozen.
And Frozen's there. It's me, girl from Frozen.
Frozen 2 this time.
Oh shit.
Good.
I never saw Frozen
2. We got leaves. I only saw the trailer, so I don't know. I just know they got leaves. I'm like, whoa, that's not snow.
DDD was an anniversary game. It's doomed.
Yeah.
It's fucking over. I mean, I don't know. I think that they have to just make a main game now. Like, what are the side? I can't think of any plot lines that they could go with for a side game, unless it's just a side game of what the BBS team was doing.
They just make shit up for a game, so they can just invent whatever you need to.
I guess it's weird.
They just had this game where it was like, hey, well, we have to explain how this works. Fucking bibbidi bobbidi boo, bitch. Shit. Here you go.
Well, I know that. I mean, like, yeah, but I think there had to be at least one off game that wasn't like the next main game. I think, but now they got their one. I don't think.
It's hard. It's hard, especially with this where it was like a genre shift.
Yeah, I don't think they'll call it Kingdom Hearts 4, but I think it'll be probably pretty important.
It'll be like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. When it's difficult to judge mainline versus side or whatever, because I'm like, well, KH3D is just as much of a main game as 3 is.
The only thing that makes it side games is that they used to be on handhelds instead of consoles.
Yeah,
they don't give it a number. It's just
the whole concept of side games is kind of muddled now because there's really like nothing that makes them side games. Like they're going to be action games now.
I'm gonna be honest. 3D felt like more of a main game than 3 because there was just more story overlying. It was dumb as hell. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but no, there's still plenty to where it's like, well, if you're viewing it in terms of just story and overall content, and whatever else, then yeah, I mean, it's just as main as BBS or 2 or 1 or 3.
I don't feel like I'm capping.
No, you're not. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's hard to judge like what's main and not. Consider like,
yeah.
I mean, I guess main now would just be a number.
That's how it usually is, and that's what people will emphasize. And be like,
but
oh, that's like the main shit.
When you say main number, you would think the developers would think to themselves, you know what? We got to do something about that.
Yeah, I think that the next game will not be Kingdom Hearts 4, but it'll pretty much be as important as if it was Kingdom Hearts 4.
I hope when they eventually do 4, they do the same thing like with the Black Ops logo, where they just have 4 of the lines in the back. It's like, we don't want to do a V.
Yeah,
here's another line. Fuck you.
Well, it's Square, so they love the Roman numerals. So.
Yeah, I know. I just love them for the two.
But
the fucking COD logo cracks me up.
They could do it, dude. 3.8. Yeah. It's got 0.3. Aqua's story, that what she's been up to after 3, and Melody Memories on PS5.
Yeah, probably side game. I don't think 4 is the next one. That'd be kind of ridiculous to think that it is, considering we've never got a main game after another main. Well, I mean, numbered after another number, So Melody Memory would be our first in between, but think of the in between 2 and 3. It's like 4 fucking in between games. So you never know. I definitely think it's going to be another quote unquote side game, but who the fuck knows, man? I hope in the next game, Cloud and Sephiroth fuck.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Can't get a name, man.
Yeah, when the hell is the remake 2 coming?
What about you, BB?
What?
Side game or 4 next?
I mean, like, I don't know. Kingdom Hearts 4. At this point, like, I really don't. It depends on what your parameters of like Kingdom Hearts 4 are. Like, what's Kingdom Hearts 4 to you?
For me, I don't know. Whatever game they release with the number 4 on it.
It has to have the number 4 on it.
Well, I mean, unless they reboot the series or do some wonky shit that. Because you never know if they're going to continue on the numerals, sure, right? You know, you don't know if they're going to go into 3 into 4, right? They could just start with Kingdom Hearts Z or some shit. I don't fucking know. But to say if they were to go into another numbered title or a quote unquote what your focus would be on a numbered title, you know. That would be my shit.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, what's gonna come out next? I mean, it could be Kingdom Hearts 4. It could, like, I don't know. Could be Kingdom Hearts 4. It could be not.
I'll be honest. I don't even want to think about Kingdom Hearts 4. I'm still distraught after 3. I'm good, man. Y'all could take another 12. Take another 12 breather. Real quick. Don't rethink about what you did. Hopefully Yoshi P wants to work on the game.
He's working on 16.
Yeah, well, once 16 is done, he can work on 4. In 10 years.
I need to post this goddamn guy on my timeline.
Ready for the next next question?
I knew she'd do this. Yeah, lay it up me.
Got a question from our good old buddy Vash. Vash says, as a character, V quoted lines of poetry to give his take on a situation. If you ever had to pull quotes from any source, a book, a song lyrics, poetry, etc., where would they come from? Double dip, side order of pubic hair, yay or nay? Pubic hair, yay or nay?
I was waiting for some off the wall shit.
Yeah,
pubic hair, yay or nay?
I mean, as long as it's not like out of control, then yeah, it's fine. You still got to take care of yourself.
Just keep thinking of that gif from Tom and Jerry, dude, where Jerry just parts Tom's hair and just goes the fuck in. Just spreads it on his ass cheeks and just.
Vash did fetishize Tourette's on my stream the other day.
Jesus Christ, Vash.
Sounds right here, Sweet Anita, and he's been dealing with Sweet Anita here lately.
He said. I don't even know. I don't even know if I want to say what he said.
Off stream.
I mean, he said it on stream, but
yeah, well, that's Vash.
So V quoted lines of poetry to give his take on a situation. If you had to pull quotes from a source, a book, song lyrics, poetry, etc., where would they come from?
Probably song lyrics because I don't fucking read.
I would only quote Kingdom Hearts lines so everyone could see how fucking stupid that shit sounds when you say it in a normal conversation.
My friends are my power.
It'd probably be mainly from song lyrics, but I don't know.
He says.
Yeah, I don't know where I would like mainly pull it from. I'm trying to think of something good, but like. Like I try to think of song lyrics, and like my brain immediately goes to like, oh, what do you like to listen to, Dax? What do you like to listen to? Has some cool lyrics. And I'm like, ooh, the Mars Volta, and I'm like, oh, none of their lyrics make any sense.
Just quote drum and beat, dude. Just
my
start scatting, dude. Be Scatman John.
My favorite quote is doonch, 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 doonch.
You just start scatting like Baymax at the end of Big Hero 6, dude.
Do you start scatting at the end?
He does it in this one YouTube video.
Oh. I don't remember a point he was scatting, but that's cool. What do y'all got?
Like I said, song lyrics, man. I don't know. It's hard to say. I would never do that shit because that's look, man, I lived my life not trying to get shoved into a locker, so
I would quote Fall Out Boy lyrics. And I would never make sense.
I was in high school before the bully patch, so I had to look out for that. What about you, BB?
If you had to pull so what's the situation here? Like, why am I pulling?
I mean, I don't think the situation matters. I think it's just like if you had a situation where you were quoting, you had to pull quote from something, what would it end up being from?
Fuck.
Like you just took like the fattest shit, right? Where it's like you felt like a lot of pressure, but then when it finally came out, it was like a complete whole piece, and you can feel the emptiness inside, and it's the most satisfying thing. And then you say a quote from your favorite novel.
Quote the Raven.
See, the song. I can breathe and now the rain is gone.
I'll probably just start quoting from Return of the Mac.
Hell yeah. Alright. Well,
that is true. You should have quote Martin Cabello, whatever the fuck.
Oh yeah, Martin Cabello. Fucking I Spy with My Little Eye. Block watch. Some people ask me if I'm autistic. I'm autistic as shit.
I don't know.
Somebody asked me why I hate the military.
This is my gas can. My brother Josh blew himself up, and his 2 kids.
Just screamed at the top of my lungs for my wife to shut the fuck up.
Is your family missing? Think about it.
Oh, I could actually default this question for all of us. We just pull quotes from Chappelle's Show.
Oh, easy.
Easy.
Oil? Said anything about oil? Bitch, you cooking?
Good.
Motherfucker trying to kill my father. Knocked over the fucking glass water, bucket out of the goddamn. Fake Canadian IDs for everybody, for every U.S. citizen. All right.
Good last question here.
Double dip. Don't be mean.
Oh no, I was already asking.
Oh,
yeah, we thought we went through that.
Did we? I didn't say.
Ship said you don't care as long as it's kept.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. It's there. Whatever.
Vash would say no white women.
I don't think that's part of the question.
Yeah, but he would say it anyway.
That's true. Well, for him, it's just default.
You know, I gotta keep it real, dude.
It's true. That's what he would say. And before he joins the call and says, "Oh, I hate him," and leaves. Oh, all right. Let's head into this last one.
Let's see. Got one from Booty Juice Jenkins. Says, do you think hype culture is ruining games or other media? Specifically for games, the wait for them is so long that the expectation for them has been built so high that the real product cannot match the image that has been built up.
No.
That, I mean,
because hype culture has always been there. No matter what.
It's always been there, and it's more it's kind of a matter of like how much you're. It's kind of a matter of like how much you're exposed to and the way it's distributed. Where it's less of companies trying to do its best to get you like pumped up for shit, and more of like, hey, we're gonna get other people like you to pump you up. Instead of like us necessarily. I mean, it's gotten
way worse like social media.
Yeah, like for them, it's like we're gonna provide the stuff to make our upcoming thing interesting to you, but we're gonna also rely on people amongst you that you associate with amongst your different online spaces to also act in favor of us and promote our shit, and that can easily lead to a lot of like hypebeast scenarios where you have people on these fucking AFK Arena ads on YouTube just doing the most just cringeworthy, awful, just try like doing their best to try to and like they're getting their money. Like all the fucking AFK and Raid Shadow Legends and all that shit. You're getting your fucking money. 100%, I'd be on that shit. 100%.
If I was Markiplier in that situation, like, hey, buddy, you want to do some stupid ads for AFK Arena?
Absolutely. The money you can get from that shit is nuts. The money you can get from that shit is like an absolute like fucking worth it kind of thing. But like I'm just saying, in terms of like the people that they get and the people who you can tell are really legitimately trying to fit themselves into that mold. It's just it's rough, man. And that isn't, and of course that isn't including all the people who just kind of do that stuff on their own. So like. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to say.
It's for Cyberpunk.
It's hard.
You get to play as a girl with a giant dong. What more do you want from video games?
True.
Like shit's always been there. I don't feel like it's ruining stuff as much as it is just handled differently, and we are having to kind of work within that because the divide between the consumer and the developer has never been like lessened this much, and so it's just like it makes it difficult to not feel like that kind of shit ends up being super overwhelming. It also depends when you talk about like the expectation that's built so high over because games take a long period to come out. Fucking Fallout 4 got announced and then came out like 2 months later. Right, like Mario Origami King came out like 4 months later. Like, there's plenty of games that will come out where they'll just like, yeah, we're gonna announce this shit. It'll be out in a few months. And so when that game came out, and it was when Fallout 4 came out, and it was super disappointing for everyone who actually gave a shit about the game. Generally, people didn't give a shit because they like the masses didn't really hear of it in the same way that like Fallout 3 was promoted like back then, where it's like every motherfucker was talking about that game. Like when I got that shit. So. I think it comes down to like the really, really big games that take a long time to come out are just talked about so much and promoted so much amongst like online communities, and you have, and it's way easier to get caught up in like, oh my god, there's been another delay, or oh my god, there's they just put out this new information about it, and all these people are talking about it. So much is just in your face very quickly that I think a lot of it ends up being that in conjunction with any of the hype beast shit. Of course, I feel like that stuff gets a little more selective in terms of what specifically is being hyped up or talked about. And you get weird crossover, like with FF15, when Square was trying to come over to the West and be like, hey, can you like promote this game for events? And they were like, okay, cool, we'll do our best. So you would have these like random just celebrity looking people walking around with like shot glasses, and they're like, hey, what do you think of Final Fantasy 15? And they're like, oh, it's so cool, and they don't know anything about it. It's just they're just making a thing to talk about the game.
I mean, no direction. Well, Square Enix probably had the worst marketing strategy I've ever seen.
It was terrible. Like, for 50, it was awful. It was awful.
Shit was awful.
But like you'll get weird crossover like that, where it's just like you can tell there's definitely some communication errors happening of like what needs to be done and how to make it like these things that they're kind of familiar with in terms of like the way certain things are marketed or promoted. And it's like, I don't know. I remember watching one of those fucking 15 events, and I felt like I was watching fucking TRL back in like 2002 on MTV. Like, I just had that kind of energy. I'm like, what is going on?
So speaking of that, right? Like, as you were saying, like as I said before, immediately no, I don't think hype culture is ruining games. Because one, they've been around for a very, very, very long time when it comes to video games. The only reason, as Dax said, you're noticing it more and stuff like that is because it's more on the end of you're watching social media, right? You can be as hype as you want for a fucking game and not know anything about it. Like for me, I barely know shit about Cyberpunk. Like legitimately, I haven't really delved into any of the gameplay stuff. I watched like one trailer for it. Like I watched that one really long, like hour-long gameplay thing that they did. But that's it. That's basically it. Other than that, it's just been me waiting because I don't want to have. I don't want to oversaturize myself in the content and be like, yeah, Cyberpunk is going to be the best game and disappoint myself. Why would I do that? That's disappointing. That's a good way to disappoint myself in that aspect. That being said, this has been around for a very, very long time. I think back to the Halo 2 days when Halo 2 was being released and how much hype and that had. Like they had fucking Madison Square Garden in Times Square decked out in Halo. People were out and ready in droves to fucking get that game and play it. And this is when internet was still in its infancy. Twitter didn't exist. Facebook wasn't a thing. MySpace was barely a thing. Like, it was just on the hype. And this has been around for a long time when it comes to games, even back for the original PlayStation, N64. It was just a lot more locally because internet was in its infancy. It wasn't as widespread. You had your follower forums, but no one really gave a shit. Like, you had your local scene to hype up a game and get ready and, read the articles that you got in your fucking Game Informer magazine or wherever the fuck you got it at the time, or Game Crazy magazine or whatever the fuck. Like, that's how you got informed on your games. And that's how you tried to figure out. Now we get videos on Twitter of gameplay and we can analyze that now. The instant a Mortal Kombat trailer comes out for a character, Maximilian's done a reaction video and has gone through and looked at like some of their moves and shit like that, and has talked about like, what the character's all about. It builds hype for the game in that aspect, right? Where back then it was the exact same thing, except we didn't get videos of the game. We got the trailer at E3, and then we got a goddamn article in whatever fucking game magazine that you were getting, and that's the only buildup you had in the game. So to say that it's is it killing games? Absolutely not. It's been around forever, and if that was the case, it would have killed it back in 2005 before Halo came out, but it never did because of just the sheer amount of anticipation and hype. And that's what everyone lives on, right? That's the dopamine rush everyone looks for, is the anticipation. And then when you finally get the game, you load it up, and the first thing you do is you don't even press anything when you load it up, and you just watch the beginning sequence. Because you remember, like, all games used to have this. When you loaded up the game, it had like the CG cutscene or whatever the fuck gameplay. You always watch that before you go in, and I did that with all my games. You always watch that, and you're like, this shit is going to be insane. And you get in, you're in this boring-ass tutorial level. It's not as hype as it was, but you got the game. All this is building anticipation. All the quote-unquote hype beasts and shit like that, whatever. Like, that's one thing, right? For a game that's already out, especially like AFK Arena or like fucking Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends, you guys know, it's been out for like 3.5 years, right? Like, and we still get ads for that shit on all of our favorite creators because, one, they pay well, and two, they're doing well. Like, they're doing fine. So it's just one of those things where they don't really have to build anticipation. At this point, everyone knows Raid Shadow Legends is a fucking meme. AFK Arena is kind of a fucking meme because they've been out for such a long time. Now, the videos that come out are just to build anticipation and get people that insider look into their favorite game. It's just because the times have changed and we're more into the verse of social media. It's their opportunity to be able to show us gameplay and show the people that are willing to get into that. Like, I'm so hyped up for this game. I want to watch it. I want to see any gameplay. I want to get in. It gets anybody into that to ensure their sale. And hey, one way or another, it's working. It's doing a good job. Like, as everyone, like, we fail to point out that gaming is at its highest it's ever been, especially during this coronavirus pandemic, right? Where it's difficult for these game developers to make games, but as they've been coming out and or they've been worked on, right, it gives us so much time to reflect on all the other games that we have. So, you know, it's a long-winded answer, but I ultimately believe no. Hype culture is not killing anticipation for games or anything like that. It's just, it's there. It always has been and it always will be when it comes to video games. It's all the matter of how you, as the person, want to consume it and force yourself to consume it. But yeah, that's just me. Maybe I'm wrong.
Hype culture is dumb. If you get overhyped for a game, that's your fault.
True.
You bought into the marketing. I'm excited for a lot of games all the time, and then I'm usually not disappointed because I don't have unrealistic expectations because I'm not a knuckle-dragging mongoloid, but that's just me. Oh, fuck. That word's banned on Twitch now.
What?
Mom.
I love how he says that word's banned on Twitch, and Asa immediately says, what? Which
Yeah, you
one?
can't say that anymore.
You can't say that?
I don't think so.
You mean to tell me you can still say retard, but you can't say mong?
Yeah.
That's so dumb. Okay, whatever, man. Twitch is stupid. Oh, dude, we can talk about the DMCA once we get a chance. Oh my fucking god.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
DMCA. I didn't think about
that. I like get excited for games all the time, but I don't buy into the overhyped bullshit, and I don't read social media constantly, and I don't base my opinions off of other people's. So I just wait for a game to come out, and then I buy it if I want to play it, and then I play it, and then I form an opinion on it. I love Death Stranding. A lot of people were like, "Oh, it was so overhyped, it was trash." I liked FF7 Remake. I didn't sit there and say, "Oh, this took 20 years to come out and it's not that good." Like, I just take a game for what it is and play it, and then if I like it, I do, and if I don't, then I didn't like it. I definitely think that there's a bunch of dumbass marketing shit that goes on nowadays that gives people, like, as long as you're not falsely advertising your game, then I mean, people can build up narratives in their head all day. That's not the company's fault. That's just people making shit up. Like, if the company didn't actually promise you a bunch of shit, but you just thought it would have this shit because the game's been in development for 10 years, it's like, it hasn't. The game was not being made that whole time, but that's just like some bullshit that people will say when they didn't have a good time with the game, I guess. A game not being out doesn't mean it was in development. Well, with FF15's case, they literally just fucked everything up that they could with that one. They had terrible marketing and terrible promotion, and they had an anime you had to watch and a movie you had to watch, and then on top of that, a game got lukewarm reception. It's just like, holy shit. Like, Square absolutely dropped the ball on that one, but I think they did fine with FF7 Remake. You know, it got announced like forever ago, and we know it was in development hell this whole time, but I still think the final product came out fine. Yeah, Fallout 76 is definitely another Bethesda's just been dropping the ball for the past like 4 years. They count they're like the picture of that guy holding all those limes from back in the day, just dropping limes everywhere. Yeah. That's literally Bethesda now.
BB?
Hype culture?
Any thoughts?
Do you think hype culture is killing the game?
Killing games?
Or no, well, so like not killing, but like, you know, do you think the question was, do you think hype culture the hype culture is ruining games and other media, specifically for games? The way for them is so long, the expectation for them has been built up so high that the product cannot match the image.
I think it's a give and take sort of relationship. I don't think the hype is any different than it has been in previous years. It's just that it's so much more accessible, and it's such a large part of our culture nowadays, since we all just kind of live on the internet, and we didn't do that back in the day. So really, it's just kind of how much you want to visit that sort of thing, how much you want to consume that hype, or I don't know, secondhand hype from like other people that you know are fans of certain games or whatever it is. I think it's a give and take relationship. If you're the kind of person that wants to just dive headfirst into that sort of shit, then that's probably gonna not build up to your and it doesn't doesn't meet all that hype, then yeah, you're gonna feel that expectation, or you're gonna have disappointed expectations, I guess. I don't know. I think it's a give and take.
Yeah, makes sense. All righty.
Hell yeah.
Let me see. We have one last second question from Hake, but it's very similar to one I think we've answered a couple times. I never remember my answer, but he was basically asking if we had a stand, what would it be and what would its power be and all that. But
it'd be the stand that just makes me money.
There you go.
I call them guap.
I've had an answer before and I can't remember it, so I'm gonna be lazy.
Fair.
I'm sorry, Hake.
We definitely have. I'm sorry, Hake.
Yeah, we heard that at some point. I don't remember.
Oh, DMCA.
Mine was named Fallout Boy. I don't remember what it did though.
What?
Mine was named Fallout Boy, but I don't remember what it did.
Oh. Yeah. I don't know. Dude, this Twitch, these motherfuckers are crazy. Over at the Twitch DMCA team,
yeah,
Twitch support, these mother truckers have lost their damn mind. So what is it here? So Twitch tweeted out your frustrations and confusion on November 11. Your frustrations related to copyright issues is completely justified. Things can and should be better for creators than they have recently. The next few tweets shall outline our plan for better creators. And they went on basically talking about how they didn't give us enough time to get rid of to get through this shit in 5 days. It's not enough time. Blah blah blah. All this shit. We're gonna work to do better, get more with the labels and shit like that. That will allow us to play music and let more people to play music. But then they tweeted out the most contradictory shit right after that. So that was the Twitch Twitter tweeted that out. And then someone replied to him and said, so what about in music in game? The biggest part is about the biggest game is about to drop next month. We have to mute all the music entirely and ruin the experience for the in-game. And then Twitch support tweets out, hey there, thanks for reaching out. We recommend reading through the game's EULA and utilizing any option to turn the music off if the game includes that option, or mute the game audio. What? The fuck do you mean? Like, what the fuck is it? I started Melody of Memory, and BB gave me this fat list. He was like, look out, dude. This shit can get you DMCA'd. And let's see here. Let's look at the list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Passion opening version. Don't Think Twice, Simple and Clean, Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, Mickey Mouse March, This Is Halloween, Under the Sea, Circle of Life, Part of Your World, A Whole New World, Let It Go, You've Got a Friend in Me, and Beauty and the Beast. Huh? Bro, I'm playing a rhythm game, and you expect me to mute the music to do it. Like, BB started the game early on stream, so he didn't get DMCA because he's a partner. He has to look out for this a lot more than like me and Shib and Dax right now if we decide to stream this shit. It's dumb as hell. It doesn't make any fucking sense. I saw Brian F came out with a perfect tweet, and he said, this is going to be Twitch streams in 2021, where basically Yipes and Lee Chung doing voiceover of the Awesome versus fucking Balrog match, and it's the funniest shit in the world. But that's extremely sad how true that could be, where we're gonna have somebody voicing out Balrog's lines as he rush punch to the legs. Like it's too fucking ridiculous, man. And it's sad and unfortunate that that we're living in this world. It's stupid as hell. The contradictory action of that tweet that they made is absurd, and I hate the fact that it's a thing. It's dumb as hell, man. I don't know. And lately, more people, and the big thing also has come out where people are getting copyright strikes on deleted VODs.
They're getting copyright strikes on deleted VODs. They're getting copyright strikes on clips. They're getting copyright strikes on sound effects.
Yep.
Sound effects.
Somebody had to get rid of their sub notification that they've had for 6 years because of a DMCA.
There was a guy who there was straight up like an air horn sound in a game that he was playing, and he got like a flag for it. Like he got like a strike because it detected an air horn sound that I guess it recognized. I don't know, dude. Shit kind of sucks.
It's kind of sad, to say the least.
Oh.
It's heartbreaking to see. It's shitty for some of your favorite creators, my favorite creators, that are all affected by this, and it's so difficult to deal with it because your number one solution, if you're a streamer at that aspect, would be okay. I'm going to be playing DMCA shit. I'm just going to delete the shit afterwards, right?
Or let it do what I thought the solution was years ago when everyone was really upset then, and frankly I was like, well, this is fine for me, honestly, whatever, is they would just go and let it mute that part. And yeah, it would typically mute more than you wanted, but it's like, I'll take that over it just deleting the VOD or like cutting it or something like that. I'll take that because I understand, I understand it's a pain in the ass to fucking deal with these record companies and deal with all this bullshit. I get that. But
and the big thing was coming into this most recent one is that it didn't mute clips. It should mute clips.
Yeah, that was the initial.
Honestly.
Yeah.
It should mute clip. If there's something in it, mute it. It shouldn't automatically mute it. It's dumb as hell. It's dumb as hell, but it's just how it is.
So I was just really confused when I was hearing about all this stuff because I was like, I thought the main problem was solved.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's only going to get worse.
Yeah. Oh yeah, well yeah.
And it got bad on YouTube, and now it's just coming to Twitch where
I was
just flag literally anything that's not even like some guy's Blender got marked as a Skrillex song. Ironically.
But again, like in my fundamental thing when because I smelled that kind of shit coming from a mile away back in fucking like 2012, 2013, but I was still like once they announced that plan, like once this shit started coming to a head and they were like, okay, like, here's our solution. We're just going to, like, mute that shit. We're not going to go through... Like, that felt like the clear distinction where they're like, look, we're not going to do it the way YouTube does, where there's going to be complete separation. And you're going to be super confused about what's going on. And you're going to get a random strike, and all of a sudden your shit's just going to be gone one day, and you can't do anything about it. In this case, it's like, look, we can't curate everything, but we can at least make it to where your content doesn't get fucked and you don't get, like, in trouble for that shit. It'll literally just going to mute the video. So, like, I thought that shit was solved. So there's obviously a bunch of shit I don't understand going on with this, like why this would still be some sort of issue. But yeah, like I thought that was kind of a fundamentally sound solution,
dude,
back then. Yeah, so
my solution is better.
I thought their solution was good even like 2 months ago. Like I was playing a rando, and during a clip of Plug Walk, it got deleted. Like, just flat deleted in general. And I was like, oh, so that's what they're doing. Okay. Well, I don't really have any other clips that really affect that, right?
But it's not not the main VOD or the highlight, right? But the clip.
No, just the clip.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I was like, oh, that's fine. All right. Sucks, but I'll hold that.
I mean, if it's a clip, I'll fuck it.
If it's a clip, you can honestly get to if it's a clip, you can honestly download it. It's not hard. Like if you're a creator, on Twitch, you can go into your video manager and straight download a clip straight off.
Or if you just have the original VOD.
Yeah.
It's all in there. That's the main thing. Like most of those creators kind of hold on to a lot of their shit. So it's like, well, even if you get rid of the clips, you still have the VODs. And a lot of them make their own highlights and shit anyway.
Yep.
So
either way.
All my VODs are getting blocked on YouTube and Twitch.
Cool.
Oh, cool.
I literally can't even I don't even try to monetize them because they're all copyright claimed, but I can't even upload half of the marathon. It just gets hard blocked on YouTube.
If I upload any VOD with plug walk in it, Denmark can't watch the video. It's literally just Denmark. I don't know why.
I have 3 partially blocked ones and then 2 full blocked videos that just aren't allowed on YouTube. Blocked worldwide.
Damn. It's dumb as hell.
Which is why my solution is much better. And
What's
we just execute all the heads of the record labels.
Oh.
They're all just greedy old fucks who are already rich as fuck. The artists don't benefit from any of this. Anyone that tells you that is a fucking idiot. The only people that benefit from this is the fucking people who have nothing to do with the artists or the music themselves. They're just some rich guy that runs a record label.
Has enough shares in the hold, baby.
Oh, well.
51%ers.
Well,
they are the marathon VODs are the ones getting smoked. And then I try to edit out parts in the fucking built-in YouTube editor, and that piece of shit doesn't fucking work.
Doesn't work.
So I can't edit it out.
It's incredibly convenient when it does work, in the 8% of the time that it might.
8% that it works.
Or it's like, hey, your video was fine, but you just wanted to cut out the first 20 seconds of it. Cool. Well, we're just going to infinitely process forever, and then you'll find out in a couple days whether or not your video actually uploaded or not. Oh, guess what? It didn't. We actually fucked it. Yeah, you have to redo it.
I mean, and I don't have the original VODs, so the only VODs I have are on Twitch, and those are all muted because Kingdom Hearts music. So all the YouTube's just fucked. They're just random days missing, and I can't get them uploaded. So the YouTube, it's hard for me to document this marathon. It's if you're not watching it live, you're probably gonna get fucked. I don't know how to work YouTube. I have no idea how to make YouTube work. I've never done YouTube in my life, and all I'm just it's just that I'm getting blocked everywhere, and I try to edit shit, and it doesn't work. I don't know. It's a huge pain in the ass. And I don't monetize the videos anyway, so it's not like I'm gaining anything from it. I'm just trying to have a collection of the videos of this marathon, and it's no, you're not even allowed to just have the videos up.
Dumb as hell.
But hey, ever since all them fucking they made it so you can't have a goddamn ad blocker on Twitch anymore, but then they also were we don't know how to deal with DMCA, so good to see that all the money they're making is going to a bunch of people with no fucking brains. No, there's never VODs of the first. Well, the VODs are on Twitch of the first one. I don't know if those are muted or whatever though, but those are all highlighted. I never put those on YouTube though.
We'll see what comes with all that shit. Wow.
I hate DMCA. Twitch sucks.
Twitch bad. Let's about wrap it up, guys.
Yeah, I don't got anything else to talk about. I don't know, unless BB got something else to say about the damn DMCA shit. We're good.
Yeah, do you have to? Oh, fuck, yeah, I didn't think about that. Do you have to? How's that affecting your shit?
I mean, let's see. I just out of safety, I deleted my clips and all my VODs.
Yeah.
And I got rid of this sub-alert that I've been using for years. It was just a bit of Kanye West flashing lights. I just kind of chucked that and was just well, it's not worth it anymore. Yeah, for melody memory, I just kind of I avoided the DMCA songs, and if I had to play the DMCA songs, then I played without the music on, which was the dumbest thing ever. But you know, it was just for that one song, and then we kept going, and we all laughed about it and moved about our lives. It sucks, obviously, but you know, it's how it is right now. It's record companies just don't really see the same value in streamers that video game companies do. So they see you, like, they literally have divisions set up to recognize if you're using something incorrectly and are designed to take you down as quickly as possible. It's just how it is. It's stupid. It's fucking bullshit, but that's just how it be.
Yeah. Well, maybe there's something come of it, or maybe we'll get lucky and a better platform will come along. But saying that for a long time. It usually doesn't happen, but oh well. Maybe we'll all be streaming the YouTube in 5 years, who knows? Or maybe Hitbox will come back, dude.
Oh shit, dude.
It'll have such good, it'll have such little delay, there will be negative delay, dude. I'll be reacting to stuff you haven't even done yet.
Super shit.
Let's bring back Hitbox, man. We need something. We need something to fire underneath Twitch's ass. I think Jabba made a tweet. Mixer should come back so we can get a little bit of flame underneath fucking Twitch's ass. A little bit. Just
apparently YouTube is a decent alternative, which is hilarious. But yeah,
that's what I've been hearing. YouTube's not bad, but
it's not a bad alternative right now.
Not gonna do it, but
if you have like a decent YouTube following, that is, then actually, which I do. So it's like, well, that's a possibility. If you know, if the Titanic starts sinking, then I know where to go. I know where I'm headed.
Oh shit, I hit 900 subscribers on YouTube.
Dude, I'm trying to upload this fucking rando video that I did a couple nights ago, and this is my 3rd attempt, and all of them get stuck at the processing window, and they never fully upload, and I'm about to blow my brains out.
Don't you love it?
Fuck YouTube, dude. I don't understand. I really legit don't understand.
Yeah, man.
Dumb as hell. But yeah, I think we're done here. Wrap us up, Dex.
Alrighty. You guys have been watching Dinner with the Boys number 92, November 16th, 2020, aka the Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory podcast. Like to all, thank you for coming out tonight, watching us, Midax, Bloody Biscuits, Asa, and Shipmeister 222. Hang out with y'all, have a nice meal, and have a nice chat. Enjoy yourselves. If you enjoyed what you're listening to, if you enjoyed what you're watching, of course, you know, we didn't have our cams on this time. We're being a little degenerate. My balls are out in full force right now, and no one's ready to see that. If you enjoyed what you have experienced today, you can always follow the stream. You can always subscribe if you're a really cool cat. You can hit us up on the YouTube, on the Spotify. Or on the Spotify, you can hit us up on the Twitter DinnerWTB, where you can post the handy little hashtag DWTB side order. That's DWTB side order. Post that hashtag along with your tweet, ask us a question or comment or whatever the fuck. I don't care. And we will talk about it or answer it on the next cast. We are indeed vibing on here 24/7. If you enjoy some good old vibes, then you should come back here every week, or I will send angry letters to your parents. This is not a suggestion. This is a threat. I will also threaten you with a gun, as I am holding it right now, to go to the Dinner of the Boy Discord. Hit us up on the Discord. Hit us up.
We just reverted the bully patch from 2010. So
yeah, we're back. We're back. It's a new decade. We're starting off strong. You know, if this was you know, the Glocks would be out if it wasn't for this pandemic. The fists would be out and the Glocks would be in. So so we got to prep for when those vaccines come in. These fucking nerds are going to be ready. Yeah, hit us up on the Discord, dude. And, have a chat with some boys and look at some anime titty, you know, some good food, etc.
We chilling.
Yeah. So y'all have a good night and do take care.
Bye. I'm waving at the screen. You can't see them.
Bye bye.